Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Speak On It podcast. This is Post Game Live. I am your host tonight, Big Mike. We are here. Our champion has been crowned. Boston Celtics have done it. You see it on the scroll. 106-88. Celtics win the title. Banner number 18 will be going up. Most all time, and we are here to talk about it. You know, I can't do this alone. I've got the man producer, podcast Poppy, in the building.
Fuck you, Billy King.
Throwing shots immediately tonight, I see. And we have Anthony in the building. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, guys? Nothing better than a Knicks fan getting to watch Boston raise another dinner. Awesome.
I was watching the game. I didn't realize Dylan had came into the room, and I'm just sitting here.
Mike was disgusted.
I was.
He was literally watching it,
just upset, just mad. Mad. I hate this franchise so much.
Now
I'm just so
franchise in NBA history.
Like, don't get me wrong. I am a little happy for Tatum and Brown. They came a long way. I'm
happy for them. They have players on the team that I like.
I'm happy for Al Horford too. Definitely Al Horford as well.
Horford's the one I care the most about. Fuck everybody.
Yeah. But I'm just like, listen, the story's cute. Al Horford, 18 years. I get it. That's nice. I'm just so tired of watching these motherfuckers win.
No one likes Boston. Like,
nobody likes these motherfuckers.
Boston to lose every playoff series. He's like, I hate these guys. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. They're not winning this round, and they're not winning this round, and they're not winning this round, and they're not winning this round.
Like, I just don't like these motherfuckers. Like, if it wasn't for the Pacers, like, I would I would have this just insane hate for the Celtics. Like, I already hate them a lot right now, but oh my god, I don't want to talk about it.
I'll give you a hint. Whoever Boston plays round one, Boston's losing that series. That's only one because of this. Because Rozier playing, they're not winning this next series. Well, this happened, so they're not going to win this series. Indiana's going to come back, and they're going to beat them here, and yada yada yada. Well, they're not winning this series against Dallas.
Well, hold on, Dylan. But let's answer this question though. Not saying that they technically lose, but if Boston's path to the finals wasn't at the expense of just injury-riddled teams, is there a possibility that they wouldn't even be on this stage right now?
Yes. I think there's no possibility where they're not on this stage. They were better than everybody. They were actually better than everybody.
Knicks at 6.
It don't matter. Like, they were actually better than everybody that they would have played. The only team I think that would have beaten them was Milwaukee. And Milwaukee was just a burning hospital.
What the hell were we? What the hell were we there?
You guys were in the ambulance to the same hospital. You guys were close enough to get there. They were already they're already at the hospital. Like, they were waiting.
I stand by what I said. I think we would have beaten Boston had we been fully healthy. I look at our team and I'm like, we could have taken Boston.
I stand with Anthony.
But you guys are going to think that as Knicks fans.
And I would happily, and honestly, God, Dylan, I would have happily bet any type of Gary you would have wanted on that. I think we would have won that series.
No, you wouldn't. I know you.
I swear, I put my hand on it. On everything I love.
I know how you are.
No, on everything I love. We beat Boston if we're healthy. We beat Boston if we're healthy.
Because I think we do to them what Miami does to them every time. It's the
Win
same.
One game?
It's the same.
Oh, God.
Just grind them into dust. It's the same.
They were a better team. They were a better team this time. We watched this team evolve and get better. We watched Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum get better.
And we got better too.
You guys don't have a single player better than Luka Doncic, right? So I watched Jaylen Brown in these timeouts sit there and like, if Luka's out, I'm out. Like, this is not happening. The Boston.
Yeah, you're right, but we have a better team than Dallas.
Boston was the best team equipped to beat you guys. For one-on-one against Jalen Brunson, they were the only team that could have beaten you significantly. because they are the only team you would have faced that could have stopped Jalen Brunson or slowed him down.
No, I'll give you that. Like, I think Drew Holiday would have given Brunson some problems.
Julius Randle doesn't exist in the playoffs, so we can't even do that.
Oh God, come on, man!
The guy averages 16 points a game
over and over again, Dylan.
Like, what do you want me to do?
What it is?
Julius
Randle, for some reason, is unstoppable.
In the regular season,
against Boston, Al Horford cannot guard him.
In the regular season, he does whatever he wants. In the postseason, he just disappears.
And you're not going to tell me Porzingis is guarding Julius Randle. You're not going to
install. You're not telling me Julius Randle's guarding Porzingis either. But either here or there. Again, those two are going to give you the same because Julius Randle gives you less than what he does in the regular season than what he does in the postseason. That's a fact.
And what about OG?
OG barely gets you 15. So like I don't know. Who's guarding Jason Tatum?
OG.
Who's guarding Jaylen Brown?
Josh Hart.
That's a problem.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really? OG can guard Tatum.
OG's fine. It's the Jaylen Brown part. Because Josh Hart's too short. That's the problem they're going to run into. Where Jaylen Brown can shoot over him. I watched that happen. Many a times with smaller defenders. It doesn't work with them. The reason you get OG is because of that. But you can only pick and choose who that's going to happen to. And Boston has guys on the team that do the same thing that you guys do, where they just are just always around where the ball is at all times. You have a Josh Hart, I raise you a Drew Holiday. Oh, you have a Dante DiVincenzo, I raise you a Derek White, who is willing to go and get his teeth fucking knocked loose and chipped.
Yeah, but DiVincenzo is a better scorer than Derek White.
With Derek lying.
DiVincenzo's a better scorer than Derek White.
DiVincenzo gets all of his shots off of offensive rebounds. Like,
they do pin downs for him.
They do pin downs to him, but a lot of his shots, the games he scores 20 plus, are a direct correlation of offensive rebounds and getting open shots because that's the easiest way to recreate 3-point shots, right? Boston eliminates offensive rebounds pretty well. And they have done it.
Do you think the Knicks are a better offensive? Do you think the Knicks would have been the best rebounding team that they've played in these playoffs?
Yes, but that wouldn't have changed my opinion on this. Because Boston also was not scared to get gritty. The difference is you can't, like, they're both going to be willing to get in the mud, but talent is something you guys didn't have that could keep up with them. You'll never be able to out-talent Boston because Boston will work hard.
What if I
think you guys would have given me 2. You would have given me 2 games. You would have given me more than Dallas.
We're ranked higher in rebounds per game than Boston.
I love that for you guys, but the playoffs are different. and the series,
just turn around and say, the
playoffs are different. Let's go back to that Dallas Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves series. Luka averaged like 30-something in a series in the regular season against the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves didn't lose a game to the Mavericks. Playoffs are different because who won that series?
But they didn't play.
Who won that series?
Game. He didn't play every game. Like, that's why it's tricky in the regular season because there's guys not
That's
playing
why I take it with a grain of salt. I take it the regular season with a grain of salt compared to what the playoffs are. Because we know anything could fucking happen.
But I saw in the playoffs the Knicks be the best rebounding team in the playoffs. Were they not?
I watched 2 straight series with the Knicks playing guys who just weren't ready for guys crashing off the boards.
So it was them. It
wasn't you guys are good. You guys are a good offensive rebounding team. You know who's also a good offensive rebounding team? The Boston Celtics are. But again, let's ignore the stats for Knicks fans. I don't care about your Knicks fan opinions in this hypothetical where it's like, oh, we would have beat here. You wouldn't have. Stop it.
Yeah, but it's not us talking out our asses. Like, you saw what we did this postseason. Like,
I watched you
with a team
I watched you guys play a Pacers team that had no business like hanging with you guys because they
because they beat up on an injury-riddled Bucks team.
They would have lost in 6.
They should have hung in there with you guys. I don't know why they even got to that point, right? You guys got injured, whatever.
What?
Because
You guys
hit the craziest three that you'll ever see.
Exactly, man.
They were about to be down 3-0.
They should
3-0.
Three that you will
and then they
ever
won
see.
again.
And he was having,
And then
and that
they
dude
won
was having
again.
an off game the whole game.
And then
But again, wait, bro. No. They won game 4. They beat us. They beat the brakes off us in game 4, and then we returned back to match score and beat the brakes off them. Had he not made that, had he not made that crazy ass lucky 3, we would have won that series.
Game 3, you wouldn't.
In 5,
that lucky 3 was in game 3, so you wouldn't.
No, that's what I'm saying.
If he doesn't make that,
if he doesn't make that shot, we're already up 2-0. We would have been up 3-0 if he doesn't make that shot.
He made the shot.
No, that's what I'm saying. I understand, but it's again.
Every shot is a lucky.
Hold on, but hold on, Dylan. Again, forget game 3. You look at game 6 and even to a bigger extent, game 7. Indiana was just on some all-world shooting shit in game 6 and game 7. And that's with us literally being down OG. Where Jalen Brunson gets injured. We're literally missing our whole damn near starting 5.
Don't blame Jalen Brunson on them shooting all that because Jalen Brunson didn't get hurt till the 4th.
No,
don't do that.
No, I know that, but I'm saying at that point, we're down OG. We're beaten and battered beyond belief. And on top of that, they're shooting this, what was it, the highest rated shooting performance in the finals history ever. Like, come on.
But again, I'm like,
historical shooting.
I'm not going to sit here like
I'm over there watching them play Boston. I'm like, where is this shooting against us?
This Pacers team is like that Hawks team a few years ago that just made it far and they had no business being there.
That Hawks team wasn't bad either. The problem is
but that wasn't that good.
But they ran into LeBron James. And that's
like they were not like no, I'm talking about the Trae Young Hawks team that beat you guys in the playoffs.
That team
Hawks
got
team.
to the conference finals because
and they had no business.
Because Philly is a bunch of choke artists.
They had no business being there. Philly was Tyrese Maxey and fucking Joel Embiid having Bell's palsy coming off an MCL injury. So you can't say that, we lost because of injuries. Your first play series was against a team that really wasn't 100% either. And then the next series you played, they didn't. They lost. What's the fuck the forward? What the fuck's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Benedict Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews.
And they also were missing one more person. But again,
who else were they missing?
That was it.
Other than Matthews,
they're missing another person in the rotation. But again, that Pacers team stinks. The Pacers team stinks. You guys should have blown them the fuck out. You guys shouldn't have.
We would have.
You guys should have won in 5. You should have won in 5.
We would have won it if OG doesn't get hurt. That's not even a series. It's not even a series.
When did OG get hurt?
He got hurt in game 2.
In game 2.
Oh,
game 2.
Yeah. Well, if you guys beat that Pacers team with the team that you guys had,
I mean, the what was left, the corpse that was
because
left
you can't ignore
that game 7.
You can't ignore that.
No, I mean,
can't ignore what?
We have to play the fact that your whole team was in that ambulance to the hospital on fire.
I still contest.
And don't forget, Josh Hart was playing hurt too.
Well. Again,
I still contest that corpse of a Knicks team would have played that Celtics team better than what Indiana did.
No, I don't know about that.
Yes, I agree. I think we get at least one. I think we get at least one. I think we get one.
That's also the Knicks fan.
I think we get one.
I don't think so.
Even Josh Hart was like, we could have gotten one.
Of course you can say that when you're not in the fucking playoffs talking about it. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? But at the same time, if I have to give you guys all of your healthy players, I have to make every team fucking healthy at the same time.
And my opinion doesn't.
So
team.
But Dylan, a healthy Knicks team doesn't beat a healthy Sixers team.
No, I don't think so.
What?
You give me a healthy Embiid? No, I don't think so.
Oh my god,
I don't think so. Because that was Embiid at 80%.
And he was still balling, by the way.
Yeah, while he was having a sequence.
Okay. So give 20% more.
In his face.
All right, okay. Give Embiid 20 more %, but then give us Randall.
And give me Mitchell Robinson.
Give him Mitch Robinson. And give me a healthy Mitch Robinson.
Here's what you guys had a healthy Mitch Robinson until he
We
got hurt in
did
that
until
series.
Joel Embiid.
He got hurt in that series. So you had healthy Mitchell Robinson until you didn't.
Clamping Joel
And
Embiid
you
up,
can,
and Joel
Anthony,
got
you're the
mad
biggest
and grabbed
Julius
his
Randle
ankle.
hater on the planet. You
Yeah,
don't want
you
Julius Randle
don't
playing in the
listen to him.
playoffs.
You don't listen to him. I am the one defending Julius Randle.
No, he said, give me
Anthony
Julius Randle. You could have
Anthony
him.
is a fraud.
You can have him.
He hates
You
Julius
can't
Randle.
sit here and ignore Julius Randle as a Knick in the playoffs.
Fraud.
Because Julius Randle is the king of feeding you guys goods and then getting to the playoffs and just being like, fuck. Like, Anthony was ready to trade him for anything.
No, but that's kind of why it was frustrating that he just couldn't play in this postseason. I just wanted to see him redeem himself. And he had a great regular season. I had to eat shit on that.
He has regular seasons. He had 4 seasons as a Knick or 5 series. How many he has? He's had 3 good seasons. Missed 1 playoff, but other time he's gotten in the playoffs, he's been bad. The 2 times he's in the playoffs has been bad.
Well, here's a question. Mike, I'm gonna ask you this question first. Do you give Randall 4 years, $181 million?
Yes. Because you name me the guys that are going to get you 24 and 11.
Money's got to go somewhere. So,
because
if there's no options that are better,
that question is Joel Embiid, Joker, and then maybe Anthony Davis, and then who else is giving you 24 and 11? Y'all
that's true.
Y'all let me know who's getting 24 and 11. And I'm sure whoever you find, Dylan, they're all-star players that we wouldn't think about not giving that money to. So to answer,
why am I getting 11 rebounds when he didn't average 10?
Because he only played until January, Dylan.
Yeah, but he didn't average 11.
How much did he get? Because if you tell me,
he averaged 9.
9 point what?
2.
You guys gonna say like
yeah, 9.8.
Get out of my face. Get out of my
face. If it was gonna be 9.8, I would say I would give you 10. Like, what are we doing? That now we round back down. That's still 9.
24 and 9.
I just hope we have the money to keep our core together.
That money. You have to give Julius Randle that money unless there is an option that is better.
And I don't see one.
I don't see one.
If you could get a fit that fits Tibbs more, then you go do it. But
the answer to that is maybe Bam Adebayo. That's about it.
But he's going nowhere.
And I don't know if Bam averaged 25, to be honest with you.
How much did Bam average? Was it like 20?
He averaged in the 20s. But if you can sacrifice the 24 points a game but get the better effort on the defensive side, that supplements it.
That's also a bad narrative. That's borderline.
No, Julius Randle's a bad defender. I've already done this with James.
This is borderline the Carmelo Anthony thing. Well, Carmelo was a terrible defender. That's not true. That's not true.
Julius Randle is a bad defender, and he doesn't give the effort that you want consistently.
So he does. He just doesn't give you what you want.
I've watched enough Knick games of Julius Randle for him to watch him just give up on possessions and throw his arms up, or just not play defense.
To do what Luka does.
I hate what Luka does. So what are we doing?
Because my point to that is going to be that he does more effort than Luka does. The only thing is he just complains when he doesn't get a call.
The problem is you give him more effort than Luka. It's not saying a lot. It's really not saying a lot. It's like saying a turnstile gives you a little bit more resistance than a revolving door. But you could supplement 2 if you lose 4 points per game, so 2 baskets to get somebody who is a all NBA defender and defensive player of the year candidate.
Who is that person?
Bam! That's what I'm saying. I know Bam's not available, but would Bam not be the perfect Tibbs guy?
He would. That's why I brought him up.
Not available.
Yeah, but as far as people who are available, personally, I don't
know
see
Anthony
anybody.
keeps
I
sending
can't think.
Cat into the group chat. I'm like, that is a horrible idea. A
And I'm
horrible
really
idea.
afraid of the Knicks doing that because that is a
No, that was a report. That is they mentioned that.
Anthony, you liked it. You liked it.
I
You
did
said
kind of
let's
like. I ain't
go
going front.
right after.
But then again, that's also my hate for Randall coming out too as well.
Yes.
But that's like we've seen Tibbs and Cat.
Exactly.
Already.
I've seen this. Like, I don't want that.
Like,
now, if
that's
you're telling me
terrible.
I'm going to get Cat and somehow magically keep Julius Randle, then okay.
Then that's a world where money doesn't exist.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
for that.
that's it. Cat got a monster contract.
We can do that
cap off.
But there's no world where that happens. There's no world where that
Because
happens.
then Cat also doesn't give you the effort that Hartenstein does on offensive rebounds.
That too. But I'm so like that's it. So no.
But to be honest, we're most in danger of losing Hartenstein out of everybody right now.
I think Hartenstein's going anywhere.
I think he'll give us a discount.
OG would be the one that's going to go.
OG's the one.
No, have you seen the news about Hartenstein? They've been talking about the Thunder. Thunder are ready to kind of swoop in and potentially take Hartenstein from us.
Wants to leave. I don't think Hartenstein wants to leave.
Either.
I think the Thunder can offer more money than us.
I don't think he cares.
I think Dylan, there's a number.
There's a number, Dylan.
Then he's done. Then he'd be done.
But it depends on what the Knicks do. Because like if the Knicks offer him,
the Knicks should give him 20 a year.
The Knicks offer him 15, and the Thunder offer him 30. He's gonna take the 30.
Oh yeah, but that's like you're dumb if you don't take that.
But I don't think the Thunder are gonna give him 30.
That's the only world I see him leaving is if the gap is just.
But let's not like the Thunder are the Thunder are a top team though too. So it's like that's an attractive destination.
He loves New York.
It's about
he loves New York. He loves Tibbs, and he loves like if
they gel. You're got a team that's great chemistry.
Those guys like each other.
Yeah,
like, they are boys. Like that's no fake.
I think those guys like the Knicks offer him 20 and the Thunder offer him 30, he's not leaving.
If the Knicks offer him 20, he's not leaving because no team is going to offer him something that'll make him leave. So wait,
if the Thunder offer him 10 million more, he's not leaving?
I don't think so.
No,
I wouldn't think so. If the Knicks offer him 20 and they offered him 30, I don't think he'd leave.
Because if Brunson's going to keep taking pay cuts, why can't these guys?
And
that don't mean everybody's going to take pay cuts.
But I think I think he's built that way though.
He's built that way. OG, I don't think OG
that,
is.
And he would be the OG. I think is going to be
OG's going to give me the bag and go.
That's where I'm going. Unless
OG might be in Philly getting 35 mil.
Like if the Knicks are like 3 mil off or like if it's close, maybe he'll come back. But I'm with Dylan. I'm pretty convinced. Literally, whoever offers him the most money, that's where he's going.
Because
then
Philly's
Dylan
got a max roster spot open.
To us.
No,
then
he's not going anywhere.
Send him home.
He's not going anywhere. The Nets aren't trading him.
Send him home.
Again, nothing I want.
Let him go.
Nothing I want.
We may have nothing you want, but we may have something they want.
We
may have something Nets management wants.
No, that's not true.
Do him right.
You don't have anything that the Nets would want.
We have 8 zillion second round draft picks.
Those are useless.
Useless to us. Maybe not.
Jokic was drafted in the second round, Dylan.
I don't want a second round pick.
Maybe your GM is from the school of Sam Presti and he just likes hoarding picks. You never know.
Not second rounders. Those
you never know.
Useless.
You never know. Just send Mikal home. Just send him across the bridge, man.
He's from Philly.
Just send him across the bridge. He'll be much happier over here.
And maybe true.
I know
you have nothing I want.
Much happier. That's just your hate talking.
Nothing I want. Nothing the Nets should take.
There you go. Nothing the Nets should take because you're a hater.
So, but Dylan, can you really say there's nobody on the outside of Bridges? Because I know you love him, and he's a great player. Don't get me wrong,
Anthony. He's going to get me riled up. I don't want to go down this again. Because
go ahead. No,
I'm just saying, fandom aside, are you really serious that outside of Bridges, basically our team's better than your team? Like we have players that can greatly help your team out.
But here's the thing: you don't have players that will greatly help my team out because your players work together because they are a unit. the sum of the whole is not the same as the whole of the sum, right? So the players that I would want to take wouldn't help me by themselves. Like, yeah, you give me Julius Randle, you swap Julius Randle for Mikal Bridges. Guess what? It's the same situation because the talent around them. It's not different. We win shares for Julius Randle versus Mikal Bridges are lower. So I would lose more games with Julius Randle on this roster than I would with Mikal Bridges, just based off of that, right?
But because we're going off of it. Go ahead, I'll let you explain.
But again, it's war. War in baseball is accurate, right? It's the same thing with basketball. It's wins above replacement. It's just how it goes. But again, if we just swap Bridges for Julius Randle, this Nets team isn't better. It's the same team. So it doesn't make me better.
I disagree with that.
I know you're going to disagree with that because you like Julius Randle and he's your guy. So you're going to do that. But as somebody who watches the games and understands, wow, 24 points a game versus 18 to 20 that Mikal Bridges gives me, that's sick. It's still not going to be, it's going to be a worse fit because Julius Randle takes 18 shots a game.
Julius is better than Mikal.
Again, cool. I understand that. But he's not worlds better than Mikal. He's not worlds better than Mikal.
Where you get a better player and your team is worse.
Because the team is the same team. The team was not good. Replacing a good player for a little bit better player doesn't make this team 7 wins better. That's not how that works.
So they get 4 games better. Are they still?
And guess
better?
What? We're not a playing team. So why does it matter? I'm not in the play-ins.
Still
no
better.
They're not.
How are they not still better if they're
because I'm still I'm still not in the play-in. I missed the play-in. So at that point, why win games? Oh, I can't not win games because I don't have my draft picks. So it doesn't help me. All that does is give me a worse draft pick for when I have my draft picks.
So you don't want to get better.
I don't want to go from a 34 win team to a 37 win team. That doesn't help me. That is a marginal difference that doesn't make a difference. Because does that get me to the play-in, Mike? Answer my question.
You would get 37 wins would put you in the play-in.
In the East, it would.
Boom. You'd have been in the play-in. Boom.
Incremental improvements, brother.
I'm sorry. I gave the Nets more credit. I said we had 34 wins. We had 32 wins. So subtract 2 on that. So 35 wins gets me to play-in.
35 would not.
So why do I care?
But if they got the 4 wins that I said Julius Randle would give you instead of 7, then you again are in the play-in.
But again, you're going off of, but I'm saying this, I'm going off of numbers and what actually the team is, what this Nets team is. This Nets team is not built to play with a guy like Julius Randle.
Really? Because I think they would be fit to play with a guy named Julius Randle.
You want to know why? Because the Nets were going in a direction where they wanted Cam Thomas to be the one shooting the basketball.
Cam, Jordan, and Thomas would both be better because if you put Julius in the paint, they get open shots. You cannot put Mikal Bridges in the paint. He cannot distribute to them that way. Does Julius Randle in certain matchups not demand a double team? Are you going to tell me that?
He does. He does demand a double team.
Does that not open it for shooters if you put them on the same side of the court as him, or put them on the
Cam Thomas isn't a catch and shoot player.
Can he not get the ball and then drive to the hole because there's 2 over there? If you put him on the weak
side,
side?
Don't know how Cam Thomas scores the basketball. So I don't know what you're saying.
So he's not capable of doing it, is what you're telling me.
Oh, are we talking about actualities or capabilities?
You're telling me he's not capable of doing that.
No, I watched how Cam Thomas scores the basketball. He doesn't drive a lot. Cam Thomas is a hop step mid-range jumper. That's his thing. He's a step back mid-range jumper. He's a fadeaway mid-range jumper. He gets his points and he gets his shots off of mid-range game. He doesn't drive a lot. It's not his thing. He's too small.
If he gets a running start on the weak side where they're scrambling to rotate to him, you don't think he can get to the rim?
Never said he. Again, you're arguing with me capabilities versus actualities.
Has he been in that situation?
Where he has made layups? Yes. He can drive and make layups from time to time.
Where he can get going downhill and go right to the rim. He's never in that situation, is he not?
No, he has been put in those situations, but again, that's not the plays that are run for him, and that's not how things work.
My point is, they would be run for him because now you have Julius Randle there.
You're giving Jacques Vaughn too much credit, and then Kevin Ali too much credit. So again, replacing Mikal Bridges,
can't win.
It doesn't make sense for me to have Julius Randle because now I have a guy that makes more money, and I don't get better. If I'm not, my idea is better is, do I go from a not playing team to a playing team?
You would.
I would not. I would not.
I know sincerely.
I would not.
If you take Mikal Bridges off that team and put Julius Randle on that team,
I don't give a fuck about heart.
The Nets are a play-in team. The Nets
I don't give a fuck about heart.
The Atlanta Hawks.
I can only go based off of what Julius Randle has showed me, the numbers and statistics that compare me, X, Y, and Z. If Julius Randle is a win above replacement of 3 on a winning basketball team, he's a 3.3. Mikal Bridges is a 5.7. So Julius Randle on a winning basketball team is only good for 3 wins.
So by that metric, then you should sit here and tell me Mikal Bridges is better than Julius Randle.
Mikal Bridges is not as good of a scorer as Julius Randle, but
is he a better player than
Julius Randle? Overall player? Yes. Do you know why he's a better overall player? You want to know why he's a better overall player? Because Julius Randle is a net negative rating defender. And Mikal Bridges is not.
He's not a better player than Julius Randle. You know he's not a better player than Julius Randle.
So basketball is only played on one side of the court?
No. But Julius Randle is not as bad on defense as you're trying to make it out with your advanced metric defensive
advanced metrics. He has a bad defensive rating. That means he is a bad defender.
He is not. That is what I'm telling you.
You're talking to me about heart, and I don't fucking care about heart. How do you manage?
So cool.
How do you find out if a player is a good defender or not?
We have established that you think Mikal Bridges is better than Julius Randle. We have established
as an all-around player, Mikal Bridges is a better all-around player because basketball is played on two sides of the court.
If you feel that Mikal Bridges is better, then your point is fine. Because your team can't get better. Your team then can't.
I've been telling you my team can't get better.
So well, cool. You're crazy, but
I'm not crazy. Fine. So when I'm being Mikal Bridges only averages 4 points less a game.
Find me 5 people that think that Mikal Bridges is better than Julius Randle. 5.
Again, are we looking at both sides of the basketball or just one?
Just find me 5 people who watch
basketball. No. Answer my question. Answer my question. Why can you not answer my question?
It's played on both sides of the ball, and the gap between them is not as big as you're trying to make it.
The gap, but it is. That's the difference. How do we determine if somebody is a good defender in basketball?
Because
how do we determine?
We can watch the games and see.
So that's it. You just watch. Then you don't correlate that to statistics that show.
But we can use both.
You can use both. So my eyes for Julius Randle show me that he's not a good defender, right? So then when I go and I say, "Oh, let me go confirm what my eyes are telling me," and they tell me he is a negative defender, and it's like, "Oh, I now understand that Julius Randle is not a good defender of the basketball." Right?
That's not what my eyes show.
Again, so why am I having this conversation if you can't tell me, if you can't take off the Nick glasses for a minute to acknowledge what Julius Randle is, a not good defender? And I'm not going to fight over a few points per game when he's also giving that up on the defensive side. I've already had this argument with James.
So then why would you
go to the chat?
So then why would you pay him?
Pay who?
Julius Randle.
Why would I pay him? I wouldn't. If I'm the Nets and I had a choice, I'm not paying him. You guys should pay him because it makes sense for your team. Not all teams are constructed the same. The Nets, as of right now, are in a limbo space where we can't tank and we're not that good talent-wise. It wouldn't make sense for me to just have Julius Randle here and just hold him hostage and pay him for us to just be a 30 to 35 win basketball team. That's how you have money tied up, and that's how you end up in shitty situations.
So what kind of player makes sense for the Nets team right now that can help you guys actually get at least into the play-in?
There's only one answer that of players that's available, and I don't know what's the actuality of that. It's Donovan Mitchell. That's it. If we swing and miss on Donovan Mitchell, you have to trade the farm and recoup, because there's no way you could do anything else. Why are you shaking your head? Am I wrong?
I'm just stunned that how bad of a player you think Julius Randle is.
You're mistaking me thinking that he's not a good defender for me thinking he's an awful player, and that's not true. But again, that's what happens with you. You always make it seem like it's the extreme of extremes when you're ignoring the actuality of situations.
We can correlate. Mikal Bridges better than Julius Randle. Mikal Bridges, to me, is not a top 30 player. Julius Randle is a top 30 player in this league. But again, he can't be in your world. So
if you're comparing player, you only care about offense. You only care about offense.
Is Mikal Bridges a top 30 player in the league?
No, but neither is Julius Randle. I could go through each team and name 30 players I'd rather have.
I don't care who you'd rather have.
I'd rather have Tatum. I'd rather have Brown. I'd rather have Brunson. I'd rather have Dame. I'd rather have... Okay, Tatum is better. Brown is better. Brunson's better. Dame is better. Giannis is better. Mitchell's better. Paolo's better. Tyrese Halliburton's better. Joel Embiid is better.
Tyrese Halliburton's better. What?
Is better. Jimmy Butler is better. That's 11.
We're already...
That's 11.
I don't know about Tyrese Halliburton.
Fine, take Tyrese Halliburton off.
I don't know about Paolo yet. Paolo's not
crazy. You're crazy. DeMar DeRozan, 11. Zach LaVine.
DeMar DeRozan? Whoa. Hold up. Wait, Trae Young. Hold up. Whoa. I don't know about Trae Young. Trae Young is better than Julius Randle?
15. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No. We're going to stop. Because he just yelled about defense.
Fine. Trae Young. Goodbye. You're off the list. Trae Young, you're off the list. Who's the better offensive player? Julius Randle or Trae Young?
Who's better on what?
Offense. Julius Randle or Trae Young?
Trae.
There you go. Goodbye. Because
they're
both terrible defenders. They're both terrible defenders. They're both again. I do. They're both bad defenders. Who gives me better offense?
Trae is a better defender than Julius Randle.
No, they're both awful.
That's not what I asked. Better defender.
Julius is a better defender. Trae Young is a better offensive player.
And the gap is enough.
I mean, Trae Young averages almost a double-double, so I'll take that.
So does Julius.
Anyway, I'll take Trae Young off the list. I said I'll take Trae Young off the list.
Just take Trae Young off this list.
15, right? I'm at 15?
Yeah, 14. I think you're at 14.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 15. Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray. Anthony Edwards. That's 18. Paul George. 19. Kawhi Leonard. 20.
Paul George right now?
Yes. Paul George right now.
I will give you Paul George before I give you Kawhi.
Yeah, but you also hate Kawhi Leonard, so you could take that elsewhere. We're saying who's better. We're saying who's better, not who plays more games.
Injuries aside, Kawhi Leonard is a better player. Even right now, Kawhi Leonard is still a better player. Injuries aside.
I'm at 21, 22. Which one am I at?
22. You're at 21. No, I'm not crazy about the Paul George, but you're at 21.
22. Kyrie Irving, 23. Devin Booker, 24. Kevin Durant, 25. LeBron James, 26. Anthony Davis, 27. Zion Williamson.
Said Anthony Davis already.
No, I'm going by order. Zion Williamson, 28. Domantas Sabonis, 29. De'Aaron Fox.
Sabonis? 30. Wait, what?
Fine. Take Sabonis off. Steph Curry.
Who's 30?
Ja Morant.
This is hate.
Victor Wembanyama.
man just
Wembanyama. Players, not team success, right? Just players.
He logged off. He logged off. Oh, you fouled for that one. You fouled for that. Oh, you fouled for that
You
one.
said he was a top 25 player. I gave you 31 players that are better.
Oh, I love it. This whole time, this whole episode was supposed to be talking about the Boston Celtics and winning their 18th ring, and we have not mentioned them one time. We have spent
That's how
40
bad the
minutes
series
talking
was.
about.
That's how bad the series was.
No, because it's funny because like I was looking at my phone for a second, and like the trending topic was like worst NBA finals ever. And I'm like, how fitting is it that we don't spend 40 minutes not even talking about the finals?
Breezy,
Breezy.
please tell me that you've been listening to this nonsense.
I have no idea what's going on.
Mike said Julius Randle's a top 25 player, and I just listed 32 players that I think are better than him.
Cool. You got that. You named 30. That's cool. Let's get
32.
to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
32.
So according to Dylan, Trae Young.
I said I took Trae Young off. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do that. No, if you're gonna do it, Mike. If you're gonna do it, be honest. No.
Victor Wembanyama. Demonis Sabonis. De'Aaron Fox. Kawhi. That
you're not being honest. You're not being honest. You need to stop.
I hear Anthony's point. Zion Williamson is also a stretch. These guys are all better. Mikal Bridges are all better than Julius Randle.
Dylan, are you doing that thing where you're not giving a player credit because they're not playing and they're injured?
No, because if that's the case, I wouldn't give Kawhi Leonard or Zion any credit.
Now, I do believe Kawhi is better than Julius, but
I will concede that.
Yeah, Kawhi's better than Julius.
Mike, you're only willing to concede it now because somebody else came in and said it because you immediately said no.
Zion is not better than Julius Randle.
Zion, when healthy,
you can disagree.
He's not better than Julius Randle. I mean, you guys are equating explosiveness as better.
No, but Zion puts up monster numbers, James.
He's not.
No, it's definitely not I'm not doing explosiveness. No, I'm doing based off of what he is. He's high field goal percentage scorer. He scores one less basket a game.
It's three years.
I mean, Dylan, DeAndre Jordan will lead the NBA in field goal percentage. Come on now, like. I just think that,
but that's different. I'm compared to two players who play the same position, and their field goal percentage is higher. I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, I'm going to compare fucking Trae Young's field goal percentage to DeAndre Jordan." That's just wrong.
Let me ask you a question. What's the whole picture say?
The who?
What does the whole picture say? Don't just nitpick at field goal percentage.
No, he scores one less basket a game. He has a higher field goal percentage. They have the same amount of assists. This year he didn't rebound as much, but he averages more rebounds a game for his career.
No. You said who's better right now. So
I think Zion is better.
No, so stick to this season. So don't go to career at that moment.
I think Zion is better. Because Zion is also a better defender.
I understand that's your opinion. I said, what does the statistics say? And you were saying that he didn't rebound as good as Julius Randle, but over his career, the career doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. Zion averages more blocks a game. Zion averages more steals a game. Julius Randle averages more points a game and more turnovers a game. They average the same amount of assists. Randle averages more rebounds. Zion is they shoot the same from free throw percentage. Julius shoots less from field goal. He shoots
I would think Julius shoots better from 3.
No,
No, Zion. I wasn't sure.
Zion shoots better from 3.
He had a good shooting year.
Less threes.
He does shoot less than Julius, but he did improve his 3 a little bit. He does shoot less though. He does shoot a lot. He does shoot a lot?
No, he doesn't shoot a lot.
Oh.
That's what I mean. He doesn't shoot a lot, but he shoots a higher percentage when he shoots.
I would say Julius is a better 3-point shooter than him now.
Is it just because he shoots more?
No, I watch them.
He shoots more.
No, skill wise, he's a better shooter than him. Most of the time, his threes that are taken is kind of like a back off because it's like you live with it.
You don't live with Julius Randle shooting a 3.
And Julius Randle shoots more shots a game, so he has one more point in one more basket a game.
He's not
the I think if you
Bye, James.
Gone.
But then again, the defensive side of the basketball, if I go look at the defensive stats, it's going to tell me that Zion's better.
Sorry about that, fellas. I don't know what happened. But what I was going to say is I think if you was to put up a poll asking who was better, it'll be hard because what would happen is you'd get a lot of people that are going to base it off of, oh, I'm picking Zion all day because who wants Julius? Crybaby, he has his emotions, his body language. You're going to get that, not talking about the game and how each other are rated against each other.
No, and then, like I said, I just confirmed Zion is also a better defender than Julius Randle.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
Dylan thinks Julius Randle is a bad defender.
Yeah, he is a bad defender. By every metric, he's a bad defender.
I want to say that.
He's a negative defender. Like that is it.
That's just
so how can I put this?
Please do it better than me, because
the thing about it comes down to effort and not whether he can do it or not.
My problem with Julius is not that he can or can't do it. It's I also know he doesn't put the effort in on that side.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can see that, and you can't say, yeah, he's a bad defender.
He wouldn't be a bad defender if he didn't want to be a bad defender. But he doesn't put the effort in.
Oh, so yeah, James, we've gotten Dylan has he doesn't want to trade Mikal Bridges for Julius Randle because Mikal Bridges is a better player.
I'm no longer discussing Mikal Bridges with Dylan anymore.
I've already schooled you guys before. I've already showed you wins above replacement and how this works. I lose games adding Julius Randle to this team.
I just want you to. Like I said, just find me 5 people that agree with that.
Again, I named 30-something players that are better than him.
Just name 5 people that would agree with that.
Are all 30 of those players better than Mikal?
Yes.
Yeah, they'd also be better than Mikal, yeah.
It's probably more better than Mikal at that.
I love that for you. Appreciate you. But Mike said he was a top 25 player, and that's, again, we're not...
We're moving going... No, you're moving the goalposts.
No,
because I'm
sticking to what the conversation is.
How is Mikal Bridges better than Julius Randle?
But the problem is I answered how he's better, and you told me no.
Hold on, tap out, Mike.
No. No. Big cousin doesn't need to come and save Mike here. Let Mike die.
You will not be able to find anyone that's going to agree.
I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion when I have the numbers here to show me. Like, why do I give a fuck about, man, Julius Randle could hit a fadeaway in the post, Mikal Bridges can't? Why do I fucking care about that? Because you care too much about, like, I seen him do this. You try to tell me that Julius Randle's a good defender when he's doesn't give effort on that side of the ball to be a good defender. But I see glimpses. It's there. So he's a good defender. No, Mike, that's fucking dumb.
But you can't, in one hand, say, well, when he tries, he is a good defender, and then on the other hand, but the numbers say he's a bad one. So what is
When
he?
he tries, when does he
So
try?
is he capable of being a good defender or not?
Again, we're not arguing capabilities. This is the problem that we've had for the last 25 minutes.
And I'm telling you,
argue
he
capabilities.
is a
We
better
argue
defender
actualities.
than what you
We
are
argue the facts
saying
of the
that he is.
situation and not what ifs. You want to sit here and argue hypotheticals when I want to sit here and argue what actually happened.
You are arguing data without watching
And
the
how
game.
do you get
taking
data?
any
How do you get
context
the data?
and context or
How
any
do
nuance
you
of
get the
game?
data?
You are just looking
How
at a
do you get the
spreadsheet
data?
and telling me,
How do
well,
you get the
this
data?
piece of paper says
How do
player
you get
A
the
is
data?
better than player B.
How do you get the
I don't
data?
need to watch the game.
How do you get the
Stats
data?
say this player is better
How
than this
do
player.
you get the data?
How do you get the data, Dylan?
They have to play. So you get dealing in actualities, right? And the effort that you give me on the court is what the data reflects. If you're not giving me effort on there, you are bad. You are bad at that point of the game. Mike is sitting here. I saw this once, so hypothetically he could be. I'm not arguing hypotheticals. That's the problem. I'm not doing that.
Apparently, a lot of people do. Because
I'm not going to sit here and argue.
That is
Man,
also a fact. Also, that Julius Randle has been on the All NBA team. But
I love that. Was he on one this year?
But Mikal Bridges is.
Was he on one this year?
He didn't play enough.
Was he
games,
on
and you
one
know
this
that.
year?
You
Why
know
can't we
that
ask?
you know he was injured this year. You know he was injured this
Answer
year.
the question.
You know that
Answer the
context.
question.
That answer.
Answer
You
the
know
question.
context that-
Answer the question.
Did Michael Jordan make an All NBA player this year? Did he
Did he
make it?
play? Is he
play?
retired or is
No,
he an active
he
player?
didn't play, right? He didn't
So
play.
we're
Guess
going
what?
to ask
Julius
if
Randle didn't
retired
play
players
either.
made
That's
the All
point.
NBA team? Do
That
you see
is
how
the
ridiculous
point.
you sound?
No, you sound ridiculous because
You're
the
asking
answer
me
to
if
the
a
question.
retired Hall of
You
Famer
know-
made the All NBA team this year. I'm asking you if a player who qualified to play games this year
Julius
made the All
didn't
NBA.
qualify for it, Dylan. He didn't
Did he
play
play
enough
games this year?
He didn't
Who-
play
He didn't
enough
qualify
games.
because
But
he was-
did he
He
play
did
games?
not play enough
Did he
games
play
to
games?
qualify for it.
Just
He
moved.
did not
Is he
play
more
enough
qualified than
games.
Michael Jordan to make
He
this
did
team?
not play enough games to qualify for that team.
But he played
That
this
is
year.
the point.
But he played this year.
That is the point.
Did he play
You
this
know
year?
what the point is.
Did he play this year?
Yes.
Did Michael Jordan play this year?
Nope.
Then shut the fuck up. Like,
No,
why am I sitting here comparing
because
this?
it's the point.
You're over here. No, you're
you're
over here asking
arguing-
me if a
you're
retired
arguing
Hall of
a point,
Famer
and
made
you
the
know that
All
you're
NBA
caught.
team this year.
You know that you're
All
caught.
I asked you was if Julius
You know that
Randle made
you're
it, and you
caught.
couldn't answer my question.
The answer is no.
Then, no, then why? So why do I care about getting a player who didn't make the All NBA team, trade him for another player who didn't make an All NBA team,
But
who's
there's a
not
reason
going to make the team
you
better?
know
There
that.
is a reason for it, and he knows the reason for it, and he's playing this game right now.
I don't care about your reason.
You're
I'm just
playing the
asking
game.
you. I'm asking
We
you
don't care
if he
about
made it.
context. We don't care.
I
about
asked
context
you if he
here.
made it, yes or
We
no.
don't care.
That's it.
Hey,
And you
we
said
don't
no,
care.
he didn't make it.
All
So why
black
do I
and white.
care
All
about the
black and white.
past?
We don't care.
Why
We
do
don't
I
care.
care about the past?
We
I
don't
care
care.
about right now.
So
I
you
care
only
about
care about
right
facts.
now.
You only care about facts, right?
I care
That's
about
all-
right now.
Yeah, you're
I
only
care
caring
about
about
right
facts.
now. Is
Only
Julius
care about
Randle
facts.
currently a member of the All NBA team?
No, he is not.
I don't care then.
Is Mikal Bridges?
I don't care.
Is Mikal Bridges?
So
a member
why
of
would I
that
trade
team?
somebody who's not on the All NBA team
Mikal
for a player
Bridges.
who also is not on the NBA team?
Because Julius Randle has been on that team, and
But I don't
Mikal Bridges
care.
Has not.
I don't care. Derrick
has
Rose won
never-
MVP one
He has
time.
never reached that list. He has never reached that.
Andre
list.
Iguodala won Finals MVP. Do I give a fuck? I don't. It doesn't make
What
a
is it?
difference. I don't care about the past. I care about right now.
The Mikal Bridges this
I got
season-
told that I don't care about when I was
No,
doing the
we're
stats. I don't
talking-
care
that's
about
your
the
question.
thing. I only care about this
He's
season,
not going
right?
to answer it, James, because
No,
he
No,
knows
go ahead.
how
Answer
crazy
me the
you
question.
sound.
Answer me the
He knows how
ask the
crazy you
question.
sound.
Ask the question.
Did Mikal Bridges this season play enough games to qualify for All NBA second team?
Did he?
The answer is yes, because he doesn't.
You know
miss
the
any
answer is
games.
yes.
Oh yeah, no, he played all the
Listen,
games.
listen,
Yeah, no, he did
listen.
qualify.
Come
He did
on,
qualify.
Dylan. Come on, Dylan.
But he wasn't
He wasn't.
good enough to make it. Do you see who on the All NBA second team?
All right.
He's going to get on over Steph Curry and
Was-
all those other guys?
Was
Hey,
Mikal
wait.
Bridges this season good enough to make the All-Star team?
No.
Was Julius Randle?
It's a fan vote. Why do I care?
Julius Randle did not make the team because
How
of
are
a
you
fan vote.
so easily to say?
Was he a
no
starter?
without saying that?
No, and he
Then
made
he
the
was a
team.
fan vote.
No, Only the
Yes.
starters are fan votes, Dylan. The bench is selected by players and coaches.
You're
Julius
correct.
Randle was
You're
on the
correct.
All-Star team because his peers voted him on there because he is good enough to be
Love
on
that
there.
for him.
Mikal
Love
Bridges
that for him.
was not good enough to be on there.
Love that for him. How many times
And
All-Stars
that
Julius
was
Randle?
this season.
How
I
many
don't
times
care.
All-Stars
We're
Julius
only
Randle?
talking
I'm
about the
asking you a
current.
question now.
We're only
I'm
talking
asking you a
about the
question
current,
now.
though.
I'm
We're only
asking you a
talking about current.
question. I'm asking you a question.
What is the question?
I'm asking you a question. How many times All-Stars Julius Randle?
I don't know. I will find out for you.
I believe it's 2.
I don't know.
He got there. His
It
six
might
man,
be 2 or 3.
his most
2 or 3.
improved.
I can't imagine it's more than 3.
He got there his most improved year, and this year
2. Cool. 2.
He's a 3-time NBA All-Star.
3.
So, before we move forward, I would like to ask you this because you wanted to do the career thing. You think he's better than Julius Randle, better than Jaylen Brown?
Right now, as a player?
Do you think he's better than Jaylen Brown?
No.
Good, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving. The fact that you even had to think about that is crazy. But they've been on the All-Star team the same amount of times. I don't fucking care about that.
No. I want to know why we're moving the goalposts to now.
No, I said I want to move back, and we will go. But we will go back. I just want to ask that because you were asking about career. I prefaced that, but we don't listen to that, right? We don't listen when I ask the questions.
It's cool.
We don't. I said since you asked about when you asked about career, I just wanted to ask this, and then we'll go back. But when I say that, there's no context to it because I guess so. I guess I just an asshole. So my context doesn't matter to then go back, but just to prove how silly you sound. So go ahead, James. Continue.
I'm a fan of consistency, Dylan. And
am I not being consistent?
And no, what I'm saying is, you are too a fan of consistency. But in certain arguments, very much so like this one, you choose to bat a blind eye to certain conversations or certain situations of the conversation where it doesn't benefit the player that you like that's on your team.
By what? By what standard or by what context this time am I doing that?
The context is when you ask, is when we say, oh, did Mikal Bridges, was he good enough to make the All-Star team? And you was able to unarguably to say no. And then when asked if Julius Randle was good enough to make the All-Star team, you go, was he? It's a bunch of qualifiers versus it being
no. And then I said I was wrong. Or do we miss that?
All I did was point out the situation that I'm talking about.
No, and I'm just letting you know that once I realized that I was wrong in that, I said I was wrong. So you can't sit here and say that I'm ignoring the stuff that's not against my argument when I admitted to being wrong in that moment.
You're wrong about the whole thing.
Mike, you're also watching everything in these orange and blue glasses. So I can't take anything you say actually.
You're wrong.
So back to the 25 players better than X player, right? So if you agree that there are 25, maybe even more, 30, maybe even more players better than Mikal Bridges, but that doesn't sit the same for Julius Randle.
No, I had to take a bunch off because Mike started throwing a fit. There was more. I had probably 37, and Mike told me to take them off.
Do you believe that there are more than 37 players better than Mikal?
No, I don't.
What's your 37 players? Don't give me the whole 37. Give me the latter end of those players that you would name better than.
Where was I? Because I went in order on how the conferences were seeded. So I said Victor Wembanyama, Ja Morant.
Now the Victor scenario, that's what made me ask you, is that based on him being injured and not being able to play, making Victor Wembanyama better? Because
No.
when Julius Randle was playing, his stats overall, not just one, his stats overall, he was better than Victor Wembanyama. He was rated higher than Victor Wembanyama before he got injured.
No, I'm basing it just based off of the fact that 20-point per game scorer, double-digit rebounder, and then also had more blocks than like 9 NBA teams combined.
How many games did Julius Randle play?
46.
Half the season. Okay. Continue with the players.
De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Zion Williamson.
De'Aaron Fox is better than Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm. .26 points per game, 2 steals a game, 5.6 assists, 4 rebounds, better free throw shooter, better field goal percentage, better 3-point percentage, better field goal percentage.
On Stat Muse, are you able to look at what was De'Aaron Fox's stats through his first 40 games this season?
It gives me his first 30.
And what was that?
28, 6, and 4.
Can you do the same for Julius Randle?
Yes. .22, 9, and 4.
Okay. Next player. Okay.
Then I went Zion, and then LeBron, AD, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Luka Kyrie, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
How many points did Jamal average this season?
Jamal Murray.
In the teens. Maybe 20.
$21. 21, more steals, better free throw percentage, better field goal percentage, better 3-point percentage, XYZ, yada, yada, yada.
He was on the All-Star team this year?
No,
No, I don't think he made an All-Star team. No.
he was not.
Oh. Okay.
But he also only played like 59 games.
I'm more baffled about the players that weren't named for the All-Star team as well and played the same amount or more games.
Well, I only named everybody in the West. I didn't name anybody in the East.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get there. Did De'Aaron Fox make the All-Star team? I don't think he did.
No, but are we qualifying now because he didn't make an All-Star team?
No. I'm just
asking because if that's what we're gonna die on, like that's crazy.
No, I'm making mental notes. That's all I'm doing.
No, yeah, no, he did not make the All-Star team. He made it last year, not this year.
Okay. Kawhi made the All-Star team?
Yeah, he was was he second team? I believe he was second team.
I know he qualified. He played enough games this season.
Yeah. He's either second team or first team.
Yeah, he was all-star.
Okay. Is that are there more players in the West?
No.
Okay, now what's the East?
I said Mikal Bridges, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Trae Young, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Paolo Banchero, Donovan Mitchell, Dame and Giannis, Jalen Brunson, Tatum and Brown.
You believe Zach LaVine is better than Julius Randle?
I do.
Wait, Zach LaVine better than Julius? No.
Are we gonna
Come on,
do the thing where Zach LaVine didn't play and we're gonna forget how good he is?
No. I'm not.
I wouldn't.
I'm not taking away from how good of a player he is, but I don't think he's better than Julius Randle.
You can be nice.
Bro, the Bulls been trying to get rid of him for a minute now.
Well, that's because he's not because he's bad. It's because he's disgruntled.
But
he doesn't want to be there.
But another thing is like there are certain players that. Do you believe there are certain players that shouldn't even be named in certain players' conversations?
He's never been as good as Julius Randle. A day in his life.
Like, I think anybody who is an all-star caliber player can be discussed in all-star conversations. Unless you're a top 3 player, I think everything is fair game.
I don't believe that because there are a lot of players that made all-star teams once and never sniffed it again.
No, but like all-star caliber players.
Zach LaVine is nowhere near as good as Devin Booker. Is Devin Booker a top 3 player?
No.
He's an all-star player, though, right?
An all-star player, but
so they're in the same
in the conversation, but he's not better. You could have a conversation. Just because we're having a conversation doesn't mean we have to change them. That's the difference.
He's
That's
not
the
in
difference. Your thing
is not in the conversation with Devin Booker. Dylan, he's not. There's levels. He's not on that level.
You're not listening to me. You're doing that thing where you're taking the extremes you're not letting me talk.
This large group that there's levels. That doesn't make any sense because I can do this with
just because you can have a conversation doesn't mean it has to be a long conversation.
What is sitting there?
Like he's an all-star caliber player. Is he better than Devin Booker? No, move on. There you go. That's your conversation.
Then he's not in the conversation.
It doesn't need to be this long in-depth conversation.
If that's the conversation, he's not in it.
I'm calling cap, Billy.
It's a conversation. I say that, but I've said this with a lot of things. You can have a conversation. Is Luka the best player in the world? You have a conversation. Is he actually better than Jokic? No. There you go. There's your conversation. You talk about it for a second, and then you move on.
Yeah, but do you really think Zach LaVine's better than Julius Randle?
Yes, I do. I do. Let's go back to his last healthy season, which was last year. He's given me 25 a game, more steals than Julius Randle, same amount of assists, less rebounds, better shooting percentages all up and down the board.
Good luck, guys. He's going to stat you to death.
But again, I have to watch Julius Randle give minimal effort, and you tell me he can defend.
I can watch.
And you're just going to blue and green glasses me to death.
Again, find me 5 people that think Zach LaVine's better than Julius Randle.
I don't care, Mike. I don't care. The same way I don't care about Anthony's fucking NBA Twitter people. I don't care about the opinion of a random person who think. Oh,
I told you.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
I got it.
But Mike, I don't care.
No,
because their opinion is not going to change my opinion. It's not going to change my opinion.
woefully incorrect.
But I'm only woefully incorrect because you don't want to take a look at everything as a whole and only want to go by your fucking eye test when your eye test is clouded.
My only thing about Levine is that what has he ever really led Chicago to? Like, what has he ever guided Chicago to? Like, honestly, like,
Same
because
thing
yeah,
Julius
you could.
Randle did by himself. First round exit.
Got him there.
That
You
is
got him
not
there.
true. That is not true. Zach LaVine's only playoff appearance was last year when they won in the playoffs.
You want to try again? Do you
when
want to try
DeMar-
again?
When
You
DeMar
want
was-
to try again?
his
2 years
daughter
ago.
was screaming.
2
No,
years
I'm
ago.
just trying to remember.
That's the year I'm talking about. The year that DeMar's daughter was screaming.
That was last year. That was last play-in. I'm talking about the year before. He was in the playoffs. They got beat to shit.
Wasn't he hurt and didn't play?
Zach LaVine played. Was he good? Different question. Because they were a first round.
I just legitimately didn't remember. I was just trying to remember,
it was
like
2 years
when.
ago. It was the last time the Celtics were in the NBA Finals.
Oh, okay.
That's not the same year that I'm talking about.
No, you're talking about the play-in versus that Heat team that ended up going to the finals. That was last year. Because they made a big deal about it this year about the daughter not showing up.
I said one time. He made it one time.
He's made it twice.
So what is the other time?
The year before.
That's what I'm asking you. What is the other time?
I think they played the Bucks round one. The same year the Bucks got eliminated by the Celtics.
In the bubble year? The championship year?
You're going too far.
Year. Not the bubble. The championship year. Because the championship
the last
year
time the
after
Celtics were in the finals.
That's one. What is the other year?
Oh,
you said they played Milwaukee, so I said, is that the year they won the championship, which was the year after the bubble?
No, that was not the year. That was 2 years ago. Milwaukee hasn't won a title in like 3 years.
The Heat went to the finals twice, Mike. The bubble. And
last year.
It wasn't last year, Mike.
And in between that, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee only went. I mean, the Bulls only went once. The Bulls got bounced in the play-in last year. This is that year, and he was healthy. He played. He played like 40 minutes a game.
So he's only been to the playoffs once.
One time.
Like, why just fighting me for no reason?
Because your years are wrong. That's what I'm saying. Your years are wrong. Your years are wrong. And I'm over here telling you when. It was 2 years ago, and you're like, the bubble? No, not the fucking bubble. The bubble was not 2 years ago.
And I'm telling you, there's no way it's twice. And you're arguing about semantics for a year that that he never made the playoffs. That's what you're arguing with me.
I'm arguing that you were wrong about the year. I'm talking about you said last year they made. I didn't pay attention to that. Sorry. And all I know is the year I'm talking about, they lost in the first round. You kept talking about DeRozan's screaming daughter. That's not anything to do with this.
Because that was the other year that I thought you were trying to talk about.
No.
Wait, so how many times did Levine go to the playoffs with the Bulls again?
One time.
One time, 2022.
One time in his life.
That was when they faced the Bucks, right?
Yeah, and he did the same thing Julius Randle did the first time he got to the playoffs as the main guy.
Because I remember that series, DeRozan was balling. Like,
actually, no, they did the same thing. They lost in 5. So they did the same thing. So, again, I'm only crazy because I disagree with your tinted glasses.
You're just wrong.
I wish I was. What if I said it's wrong? What if I said it's wrong?
Like, Zach LaVine is not better than Julius Randle. He's not. There's never been
I'd
a
rather
world.
have Zach LaVine.
There's never. Cool.
I listed all my players, but according to you, he's better than half of these players. So
that is inaccurate. Quote me correct, sir.
I didn't quote you at all. I said you would think that he's better than half of these players. Didn't quote you at all. If I'll quote you, I'll tell you I'm quoting you. But when I take things a little bit to the extreme, it's a no. But you could take everything as a run it off a cliff.
If anyone misspeaks for you, you lose your mind.
But I didn't say you said that.
You just said that, though.
I said you would think that he's better than half the players. Not speaking for you. Come on. Are we talking about the Celtics?
You're wrong.
After an hour?
Are we gonna get to the Boston Celtics after an hour and 15 minutes?
They won. I hate them. Good night.
So, guys, congratulations, Boston Celtics, on winning their 18th championship. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for winning Finals MVP. Shout out to Jason Tatum. What was that?
Me and Mike were legitimately shocked that Brown won.
But you know what, Dylan? Like, trolling aside, I wasn't that shocked.
I was.
Because even though Tatum had a better game, I was like, hold on, Dylan, look at this series, though.
Tatum had a better series.
No, he did not.
He did.
No, Tatum didn't have a better series.
He led the team in points, rebounds, and assists.
Oh my God, he did not.
He did. I'm leaving then, because if we're just gonna sit here and argue about things that are just fucking wrong, then I don't get it. If we're gonna sit here and be like, oh, Jaylen Brown held averaging 28 points a game, then fucking shoot me, right?
So why do you think they gave it to Brown?
Because he held Luka Doncic to scoring 28 points a fucking game. It's the same reason they gave Andre Iguodala Finals MVP for holding LeBron 36, fucking 50, 49. Yeah,
Iguodala stressed out LeBron, though.
Why would the conversation be, is Jaylen Brown the better player on this team for a couple games in the beginning of the series?
I never thought it was. Because they were doing different things. Game 1, yeah, Jaylen Brown scored more points. Jason Tatum had, 12 assists and 9 rebounds and on 18 points. He had a bad shooting night, but whatever. Next night, the same thing. He had a bad shooting night. Jason Tatum had a terrible shooting night game 1.
Mm-hmm.
But still scored 18, 12, and 9. Game 2, I think they both hit in the 20s. Game 3, Jason Tatum scored 30-something. Or finally broke 30 while Jaylen Brown had like 21. Game 4, nobody played well, but Jason Tatum played better than everybody else on all sides of the ball. 11, I think 7 and 4. And Jaylen Brown didn't crack 10. And then you had tonight where he had 30-something, 10, 11 assists and 8 or 9 rebounds. So, like, the internet's discourse has been trying to find a reason for this entire playoffs to hate Jason Tatum. That's why Anthony got the narrative, because the internet's doing it. But
that's not true. But
bullshit.
No.
What have you ever?
We saw the same games, Dylan.
When have you ever paid attention?
We saw the same games, Dylan.
Teams and comparing it to those players.
We saw the same games, Dylan. We saw the same games.
I never thought Jason Tatum was bad. Again, he led all playoffs, including the NBA Finals, in points, rebounds, and assists.
I think it goes. I think it's the same as when the Celtics was in the finals last time, where Jaylen Brown was the more effective, consistent, and more aggressive player between the two. Just like this season,
I think it's different because Tatum stepped back from the scoring when the game needed him to facilitate, and he did that multiple times, as opposed to the last time we were in the finals where he would have just chucked up sidestep threes.
They said that the MVP is made before the game is even over.
That's what I like. The only way I really think Jaylen Brown just gets that is because they figured it out before the game started.
No, it's a fact.
Because there's no way you could sit here after everything we know about this series and how Jason Tatum closes out that game the way he did, that he doesn't win that.
It wasn't enough. He had too many bad games.
He didn't have, but he only had one bad game. That's the difference. Like, are we going to talk about just scoring, like field goal percentage bad game? Sure, he had a few where he didn't shoot well, but like he still produced. But
I think that's kind of what cost him.
But it's the same thing where it's like Michael against the Supersonics shot like fucking 32%. So it's like, when does that matter? It's the same thing with the last time the Celtics won the championship. Fucking Paul Pierce shouldn't have won that fucking Finals MVP. It was KG. I should have won it. But like, I'm not going to sit here and say Jaylen Brown didn't deserve it. I was just shocked that the way the last 3 games of the series turned out, where Tatum was the guy, that it didn't go that way.
Dylan, your numbers are skewed. I'm looking at the stats now too.
No, I'm trying to quote off the top of my head. That's why I'm like, I know I was close.
Yeah, game 3 when Jason Tatum had 31 and you said Jaylen Brown had 21.
No, I said he had 20 something. He had 30. Yeah. Then I was wrong.
And then game 4 when Jason Tatum had when he had there we go right here. He had 15. Jaylen Brown had 10.
10. I was off by 1 point.
Jaylen Brown shot 3 for 12. Jason Tatum shot 4 for 10. And then game 2, Tatum had 18. Jaylen Brown had 21. But Jason Tatum shot 6 for 22, 1 of 7. And Jaylen Brown was 8 for 15.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's the field goal percentage because what? Jason Tatum for the series shot 3% from the field, and Jaylen Brown shot, I think, 40.
And then game 1, Jason Tatum had 16. And
16.
22. It was 6
12.
for 16 versus 7 for 12.
Yeah, but we're talking about my thing with game 1 was everything else he did on top of because 16 is one thing, but he also had like 12 assists and like 9 rebounds.
He had 5 assists and 11 rebounds.
In which game did Jason Tatum have the fucking 12 assists?
Was it game 2?
Game 1
I
or
think it was game 2? I think it was game 2.
It was game 2, not game 1.
Game 2, he had 12 assists. Jaylen Brown had 7 assists.
Yeah, and then when you look at the series as a whole, Tatum averaged more points, more rebounds, and more assists as a whole.
I don't know how when he didn't outscore him, except for one game.
Which game did he outscore him? He didn't outscore him twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Game. Yeah. 1 point in one game, and then tonight.
Because what? Brown averaged 20. Tatum averaged 22.
What the?
That's more. Is that not what I fucking said? Is more? Why are we acting like I said, oh, he was so more. Oh, he averaged this. No, I said he averaged more points, rebounds, and assists.
Jaylen Brown, he deserved it, man. He
I'm not saying he didn't. I just thought the game 5 performance by Tatum would have been the one that would have been like, oh shit, okay.
No, because in that case you're just playing a game of averages versus who actually played better.
Did Jaylen Brown play better? Like the last 3 games, Jaylen Brown didn't play better than Tatum, and I'm not just saying that off of just numbers. I'm saying that off of what we watched. The only person who might disagree with me there is probably Anthony.
How not? In one of those games, he shot 6 for 22.
But he did everything else. That's the difference here that I'm telling you is like, yeah, he shot poorly, but he was involved in every aspect of the game.
Yeah, that game that I'm talking about, 6 for 22, he had 11 rebounds, but he only had 2 assists. And Jaylen Brown had...
But again, we're cherry picking games on which games that we're doing.
No, you said last 3 games, and I just brought up one of the last 3 games where he didn't outplay him.
Then 3 of the last 4. I'm sorry. 3 of the last 4. So like get my game 2 in there. My game 2, my game fucking 4, my game 5.
Carry on, man.
I would definitely say it's close, though.
Yeah, it's close. That's what I'm saying.
It really could have gone either way.
Games, especially how game 5 ended, where Tatum was the fucking guy. That's where it's like, oh, All right. Guess Game 5 didn't matter. Game 5 didn't matter at all. All right, I'll just go fuck myself then because nobody else wants to talk.
I refuse to get into this analytics battle with you. I am done.
I think it's close. I thought Jay.
Listen, I was surprised that Jaylen Brown won it too. I thought Tatum was going to win it strictly off of his Game 5 performance.
It wasn't enough.
I thought it was close enough that Game 5 put him over the top because of other circumstances. He's the face of the franchise. He's the star player. So I was surprised that he didn't get it because of that.
Yeah, it makes you. It's like, oh, he had a really good game to close the series. I think that might be enough to give it to him because it should go to him because of the circumstances.
But I don't think he had a bad series.
I just think that Jaylen Brown was more consistent, just like he was in the last finals appearance that they had.
Scoring efficiency matters too. It matters a lot, and I think that's really what they were looking at.
It does, and nobody wants, and like as much as Dylan wants to try to like accumulate things and do a game of averages and stuff like that. That's not how it works. They look at who am I seeing being the most like when you're watching that playoffs, you're seeing Jaylen Brown do more, regardless of at the end of the game total. You're seeing Jaylen Brown do more. You're seeing him getting steals. You're seeing him making big stops and stuff like that. There was one game where Jason Tatum, where his hands were everywhere and he was being effective on all sides of the game.
No, I would.
That would be wrong. That would be wrong.
I would say tonight's game and that game that he shot terribly, but that game that he had 12 assists, he was doing everything.
That's the game I'm talking about.
But
so then what about tonight?
What I think?
You don't think he was the best player on the floor tonight?
No, Jason Tatum was the best player on the floor tonight.
I think tonight was an attempt to get him to steal the MVP.
I thought he was the best.
Which is why they were delegating the ball to him over and over and over again in the last few seconds, and they're up by 25, up by 30 points.
I mean, at the end of the game, they were just playing one-on-one ball. Yeah, they were just because I saw Jaylen Brown chuck shots too.
I saw Jaylen Brown take a turnaround fadeaway on the baseline that was almost over the fucking backboard. Like they were just doing whatever, and then Drew Holiday came and snagged it off the board, and they did it again.
I think honestly, the first 3 games won Brown Finals MVP. Like especially Game 3, in my opinion. Like Brown was awful in the first half, and then second half he just erupts and finishes with 30 points. Like he just literally put the team on his back damn near by himself and got them that Game 3 win. Like because that's what brought him up 3-0 right there. That just literally ruined any chance Dallas had of winning a championship.
But I think with that takes away the importance of what Tatum was doing in Game 2, getting everybody else involved. Didn't Drew Holiday have like 20 points that game?
26.
Yeah, no, Holiday had like 26.
Yeah. Half of those probably came from Tatum.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Had like 18 too. So what he made up for not scoring himself, he got everybody involved. And that's where it's the annoying part when Anthony and I argued, I think, after fucking Game 1, where it was like, the game's not just scoring. It's the other ways you create the offense. And the role that Tatum was playing was when he wasn't as efficient as he needed to be, he found ways to be involved on offense.
But I think, Dylan, the problem is if any other player did what Jason Tatum did, we'd be like, all right, that's great. But it's Jason Tatum, an all-NBA first-team player, considered a top 5 player. And it's just like, dude, your scoring efficiency's trash. Like, come on now. Like that, I think that's what the difference is.
But it's being overblown.
It is because I saw Kobe Bryant shoot horribly in Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Celtics.
And I keep bringing up Michael in '96.
What year was that?
The 2010 championship.
10
Go look
against-
at
yeah,
look at
2010 against
Kobe's
the Celtics.
games.
Oh, he was
Go
bad.
look at Kobe's Game 7 numbers.
He was horrible.
He was horrible that night.
Yeah, I'm let me look that up.
He was not.
But how did he? Because I can't remember that series like that. How did he play throughout the whole series though?
He was okay. He had one game, maybe two. It might be two. I know I'm already convinced of the one game that he went off, but he might have had 2 games where he just played. He just did his averages. Like I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, I would say 28, 7, and 5.
He averaged 28, 8, and 4.
He shot
28, 8, and
25%
4
in Game 7.
God damn. God damn.
He shot 24 times. He shot 24 times, made 6.
Like
damn.
I remember
Shot
it vividly.
15 free throws.
Yeah, he just kept getting to the line. But I remember it
But
vividly.
he still had a double-double. He still had 23 points and 15 rebounds.
Kobe, he played his ass off, but he did not play good. He played hard. He didn't play good.
Yeah, Game 7. I remember Game 7 being bad. I remember it being 25% bad. That's horrible.
So that part is a little overblown, but
again, who was threatening Kobe to take that? Well, if there was a Finals MVP during that time,
there was a Finals MVP during that time, and
no,
it could have been the Celtics.
He's saying who was threatening Kobe. That's what I'm talking about. Like there was no one else was going to get it but him.
Yeah, no one knows.
Jason Tatum had there are other players on his team that are good. And we even had we damn near could have had an argument for Drew Holiday. If somebody had a good enough argument right now, we could have talked about Drew Holiday. That was me.
Yeah, I never thought he had a fucking chance. It was always gonna be Brown or Tatum.
In the beginning of the series, he had a chance.
Yeah, as a way of a non-0% chance, but there was.
I wouldn't say non-zero.
Non-zero. It is not 0. Like there is no way he's not gonna win it. But there was no way it wasn't gonna be Tatum or Brown. It's just like the last time where it's like, yeah, we're gonna give Paul Pierce this Finals MVP because it's the Celtics. It's Paul Pierce, even though he kind of didn't deserve it. Andre Iguodala getting his Finals MVP.
Listen, if Iguodala can win a Finals MVP, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
It should have been Steph's. Kawhi Leonard winning that Finals MVP in San Antonio is also one of those okay, all right.
Stole it from Timmy.
Okay. Okay. But at least Jaylen Brown deserved it. It's not like one of those things where it's like Iggy or Kawhi or
you just love shit on Iguodala.
Because I just don't understand how you give a guy a Finals MVP for letting a dude average 36.
He could have averaged 40.
I just don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. And LeBron was cooking.
Only time that the player that guarded the best player that got cooked got MVP twice.
It's insane to me. Fine, whatever. You just took Steph away from Steph, and that it's got hung over Steph's head until he won his last one. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Do you think the Celtics can run it back?
No.
Why not?
They're not going to be able to keep everybody. Horford's gone after this year. He's absolutely going to retire.
I know Derek White wants his money.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there's something going to come up of Derek White as well. And I'm not sure what Drew Holiday's contract. Huh?
No, Drew Holiday just signed.
No, Derek White's going to want 35 to 40 million. That's crazy.
He's going to be able to get
how much is Drew? Drew's getting paid, 5 years, 135. Derek White. Derek White's going to want.
He's going to want the same money Drew's getting.
Yeah.
It is wild to me.
Deservingly so.
Mike doesn't think Derek White's that good.
Wow.
Him
Yeah,
getting
there,
two
Mike.
holiday money is crazy.
I mean,
Wow.
that's what's the market for that
He's
type of
not-
player.
He's not
Is
as good.
Derek White just as like
He's not
compare
as
Derek
good
White
as
to
Drew
OG
Holiday.
Anunoby?
He's not as good as him either.
Why not?
Because OG is bigger and can guard more positions.
But
Derek
what?
White can guard multiple positions. He's just not as big.
he's just not as big. But they also score at a similar clip. So if
then
that
he
market for OG is 30, that market for Derek White is also 30.
I don't understand. I just explained my route because he's not as good. So that's my reasoning. He shouldn't get as much money as OG because he's not as good as him.
They're similar players.
I don't.
They
know
fall
how
in that
else to
same
say
I feel
market.
like OG scoring ceiling is higher because OG can give you 28, 30.
OG's just passive. OG can't give you 30. But
He gave us 20. How many points did he have before he went down? He gave us like 28.
I just hear stop drop.
Yeah, he dropped 26. OG can absolutely give us 20. He just doesn't have to. Like that's somebody who legitimately doesn't have to do that.
I'm not saying he can't score 30 in a game. Like that's not what I'm saying. I was just
I don't think
averaging that. No,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no one averages 30. Like you're
That's not
elite.
true.
You're elite if you're averaging 30.
no, but like I think OG can average 20 easy. It's just he's passive. But Derek White is in that same boat where he could also do that.
I don't know if Derek White can average 20 if he wasn't on this super team of a Boston Celtic team.
He's at 15, and he's had multiple points in his career where he averaged like 15. So what's 2 more buckets in a free throw?
I think we're seeing the absolute best from him right now. He is not going to
The
get
market
better
is the market.
But that's my point. He's not going to get better than this. And his best is 15.
While also giving you all his hustle plays. What if Josh Hart asked you for 30?
I wouldn't give him 30.
That's what the market is, though. For that player, that's what the market is.
Well, we signed him for 20 a year, so
20 is right. 20 is right at the line that I would give him. That's what I would give
right
him.
at the line.
I'd give him $20 million a year. 30, 35 is crazy. No way.
All NBA defensive team?
No way.
The guy you got to pay.
$30 million a year for Derek White.
Crazy.
So what do you get Porzingis?
Like this is why we're playing Monopoly money.
But again, this is what
about?
The market is the market. I can't. What do you want me to say? Like, oh, he's not going to get that. He's going to get that.
I don't think he gets that.
I think
Celtics.
Joe Burrow, but that's just because
the market is the market. And that's the only reason why I can see where you're coming from now. Seeing that Trevor Lawrence fucking deal just made me really realize that this
players that are similar to what they do are getting paid X. They're going to ask for X, and they're going to get it.
But it was also kind of somewhat smart for Jacksonville to actually do it because they see how out of control this quarterback market's getting. So it was actually, in a way, smart of them to just sign this motherfucker right now. Unlike some other dumbass team in Dallas, they actually realize, hey, get this man now before these contracts just keep ballooning and ballooning. So I see where they're coming from.
And Tingus Pingus only got one more year in his contract after this.
So he'll be back.
Yep.
So we'll see.
They didn't make the trade just to not sign him.
They could make a run.
They could run it back.
But the East will be different.
The East will be healthy. You can say it.
Yeah, it'll be different.
It'll be healthy, Dylan.
And we don't know where they're going to match up because, again, I think Milwaukee would have matched up really well against this team.
Milwaukee's the team that a healthy Milwaukee team is the one team that I'm scared about the most, honestly, that could get in our way.
Get in everyone's way, not your way.
Yeah, pretty much in everyone's way.
And then whatever, and Philly is interesting too. Philly now has cap space now that fucking
depending on who they sign.
Robert and Tobias Harris is gone. Bank robber.
That alone makes them dead.
That word. So we will. But
If
I don't
Philly
know.
figures out a way to get Paul George, then yes, I will put Philly right there.
It's hard to say anybody's going to repeat.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity.
Just because the landscape of basketball, I'm going to go on the safe side and say no. Just because of that. So.
But this was a really good team.
It was a really good Celtics team.
Yeah.
And losing Al
really-
Horford is a big deal.
It is.
So it'll be interesting. Like Xavier Tillman's not going to be Al Horford.
No. And now that they've won, I can officially say that they would absolutely beat the 08 Celtics. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Mike take him
We
out.
usually call Anthony
Mike
prisoner
take
of
him
the
out.
moment.
Take him out in 6.
Prisoner of the moment.
Paul Pierce's knees explode trying to play defense.
Paul Pierce guarded Kobe Bryant in Game 7, holding 25% shooting. I don't want to hear shit. That's Kobe Bean.
And
Jaylen Brown can't go left. I don't care if he's 300 million and finals MVP and just won a ring.
I don't
He
care how
can't
many
go
times
left.
you apologize. Apologize to that man again.
No.
Again.
He also tried to put
Again.
Derek Lively in a body bag.
He did.
He tried very hard to put Derek Lively in a body bag.
He did.
Oh, that would have been something else. Prisoner of the moment.
And that concludes the NBA season and an awful, awful NBA postseason. Hopefully next year's will be happier.
The postseason was fine. The finals and the conference finals were trash. The first
Really, Mike, outside of a few series, this
first two
postseason was
rounds
not that good.
I don't know. The first 2 rounds were good. Knicks Sixers were good. Cavs Magic, even though me and Dylan were the only 2 that watched it, was good.
All right. What was everybody's favorite series of the playoffs?
Knicks Sixers.
Knicks Sixers.
That was
Knicks
a great
Sixers.
series.
Timberwolves Suns.
What? I would say Knicks Sixers and T Wolves Nuggets. Those are my 2 favorite series.
Yeah.
T-Wolves Nuggets was really good.
Yeah.
T-Wolves Suns was also really good.
No,
No, it wasn't. What the
For me. For me, it was.
Then honestly, I say Cavs Magic was number 3 for me.
Cavs Magic was underrated good because nobody fucking watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to watch fucking Bucks Pacers on
Oh,
TNT.
I need to that. No, all 4 of us watched it because me and Anthony had a bet. That's why we watched.
Yeah, I was
You guys
watching
had
that
a bet,
series.
I think Anthony watched one game.
I would say, and I feel
No,
like
I actually- no, I was
didn't
watching
know
the
what
games.
was happening until
Me
the
and
elimination games
Me and
started.
Anthony were play-by-play.
No, I watched a few of the
Anthony
games
watched
actually.
Game 7. Game 7, I think, was the only game Anthony.
No, I watched.
Nah, me.
No, I watched 4 of the 7 games. I watched the game where Donovan Mitchell went berserk in the second half. I saw that game.
He did that like 3 times, so you can
Yep.
just grab one.
And also, a lot of the times when the game, when the fucking games were on, I was at work. All right, they scheduled that fucking series around my work schedule. It was so bad, I couldn't watch any of the games.
Play-by-play in a lot of those games.
It's a shame that series was on fucking TNT and I had to watch the injured Bucks play the fucking Pacers. Garbage.
I think the worst series was the T-Wolves Suns.
Nah, that was a good series. They like the Suns were in those games. They were competitive games.
Just the fact that they didn't win one game, it just still shocks me.
It's probably built.
The worst series was
Boston,
Celtics Pacers.
Miami. No, Boston, Miami was.
Miami at least got one.
But
No, Miami at least got
they were
one.
blown out in every other game.
But
the thing is, they at least got one on the road, and nobody expected them to win a single game.
Yeah, but Patty
So it's
Mills
like-
was playing. So who wins?
Australian.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah, Celtics Pacers was pretty bad too. That was,
the Pacers were in those games.
Bad too.
The Pacers
honestly, every Celtics series is pretty fucking bad. Even this one was bad. Every
Like you said,
Celtics
they
series
were.
was bad.
They ran through everybody.
Lackluster finals.
Yeah.
Just shows how good they were.
Yeah,
This was
they
a
ran through
lackluster.
everybody.
I didn't really.
Yeah, but just again, deteriorated fucking teams. Like these series would at least would have been competitive.
If they would have
you
played
know?
the healthy version of any team that they played, they still would have won.
Listen, I'm Dylan. I'm gonna die on this. I don't give a fuck what no one says. If the Heat had Butler and Rozier playing, Heat would have won that series. I don't care what no one says.
Whatever you say, man.
Because we act like they didn't do it last year, but apparently the Heat just got so much worse this year and they couldn't do it again.
Did the Celtics not get significantly better? And
The Heat got
did
better
get
too.
worse. They lost half of that team.
The Heat did get worse.
But let's not. But we keep acting like Rozier can't get hot.
He's a bum.
He's known to be a
You're
streaky
trying to
shooter.
wait for Rozier to get hot. Keep waiting.
He's a bum.
Oh yeah, and Butler also wasn't playing either, Dylan. That's a lot of scoring being left on the floor, on the bench.
Again, man.
Come on now.
This team was so much better than every team they were facing.
Gotta fucking count on Tyler Hero to literally. Come on, man.
I'd rather count on Tyler Hero than Terry Rozier.
But that is a fact, Dylan. But that is a fact.
What?
I hate Tyler Hero much better than Terry Rozier's bum ass.
Exactly, he is. Terry Rozier is awful.
Awful.
But he can give you 20. But he can give you 20. He can give you 20, and then you add playoff Jimmy. You can't tell me that team would have given the Celtics a run.
Consistent 20, and that's not how Terry Rozier works.
No, I agree. I'm not saying Rozier can give you a consistent 20.
You and Pat Riley are the only two people that believe that. I still
Terry
don't know
Rozier's so
what
bad
they
the
were
fucking
doing.
Hornets got rid of him.
Shocked that Miami was calling for him. Like,
The Hornets are like, please take him.
Take him.
You want Terry? Terry? Okay.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Take him. That Heat team wouldn't have stood a fucking chance. Wouldn't have stood a fucking chance.
Like, that's why.
Maybe that series goes one more game.
Listen, I think honestly, if he retained Jimmy Butler and they run it back, maybe get another player, I'm not gonna ignore the Heat. Nobody. Listen, how many people expected them to go to the finals that year? How many? Were we all not saying the same thing right before the playoffs when they made the finals? A lot of people were saying the same thing.
I'm saying the same
Come on
thing
now.
I'm saying in real time where we did post-game live last time, and I said that team had no business being there. I stand firm on that.
I don't know how they beat Boston.
Stand firm on that.
I don't know how they did it.
What are you talking about?
Because sure, you could.
Miami.
Because Marcus Smart, Grant Williams.
I don't know how Miami beat
Marcus Smart, Grant Williams.
No, talking about the year they went to. Last year.
Grant Williams. Really.
There was a better team. They were Chris Porzingis, Drew Holiday. Makes a difference. You replace those two with Grant Williams, Marcus Smart. Like, yeah, we're good there.
Grant Williams said he was sad he didn't get his welcome home.
He thought he was going to get that ring. He thought he was going to get a ring.
No, he thought he was going to get a fucking video. Thank you video.
Because all the time and the blood, sweat, and tears we got with that to shut their
They still mad at you for pissing Jimmy off.
They were so mad at him for pissing him off. They traded him to Dallas, and Dallas was mad at him, and then they got rid of his ass.
Yep. Both teams in the finals.
Sometimes all I gotta do is just get rid of two guys and replace them with two better guys. Because the rest of that team is pretty much the same.
Miami's going to stay.
Miami is not going to be very good, especially because Pat Riley and Jimmy are at each other's throats right now.
Miami's going to stink, and Jimmy's going to get traded at the trade deadline because he's going to be a malcontent.
Fuck the deadline. He might get traded before the season, before camp.
Yeah, he might get traded before the season. I think Philly's been talking about wanting to bring him back.
I don't want him on Philly again. I don't want that.
That was the scariest version of Philly.
Yeah. Don't want that. Them two with Maxey, don't want it. Don't want it. Because Jimmy Butler will
We still
toughen up Joel Embiid, and that's not good because he's soft. But
Fuck
Jimmy will
beat them. Shit.
James still beat them.
Yeah.
Fuck that Heat team. But yeah, any healthy version of the teams they face, they would have beat. It doesn't make no difference. They were just that much better than everybody.
James, do you think a healthy Knicks squad could have beaten the Celtics this year?
Healthy?
Yeah.
No.
Then finally somebody with sense.
No.
Instead of watching you guys like want to will it to happen.
No, we are a couple more pieces away from making a really deep run in the playoffs and a miracle to win the finals. But it is fun. It is fun. I think we're getting there, but we're also running out of time. With the players that we have contract wise, I think we're gonna run out of time.
But when you say a couple pieces, I mean, you can make the argument, at least in the East, that the only team that was better than us was the Celtics.
Yeah, but it's tough because we run into this issue with injuries, right? And that's why we went to get so many players to be deep in our bench. Is because for some reason we always run into injuries.
Well, Julius has gotten hurt at the end of the season the last 2 years.
Yeah, but I just feel like no matter what version of the Knicks era it is, we always run into the injury bug every single time, man. Which is why we've always tried to go with Mob Diddy, Mike. That's why we always try to go deep with a deep squad. And this is probably the best version we've had with a deep squad because we've went older in the past with deep squads, and they only work to a certain point until that age clock just kicks in and everybody just falls apart.
Jason Kidd. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, we have a chance. I'd love to see what we look like with a healthy squad next year, but we got some contracts coming up, and a lot of people don't want to pay what these players are going to be asking for. Like Hartenstein, I feel like he's more consistent and more effective than Mitchell. Even though Mitchell fits our system better than Hartenstein, we're not going to want to pay him, and we're going to lose out on that.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're most likely going to lose Hartenstein.
And that sucks because he's the more available center.
Because I don't know if it's a $10 million difference. I think Hartenstein's gone. I don't think he loves us that much to stay in New York. If a team's offering 30, we can only offer him 20. Like I think he's out the door.
I think he would take the 20 and stay.
We'll see, man. The only thing that I can think of is that our culture within the team is pretty strong. Like it's deeper than just the Villanova boys. Like it's a strong culture within that team, and I just hope it stands true. That's the only thing I can think of. I just hope it stands true.
See, if it was like the Wizards talking about we're going to offer him 30, I would agree with you. But we're talking about the Thunder here. Like they've been very adamant in like their pursuit of Hartenstein.
It's the same thing where it's the same thing. It's like it could they'd be going to a good team. But like you have a good thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You have a really good thing in OKC too, as well.
He has to start over again.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to find his footing and find his way in that system.
You have to figure out how he's going to fit there, what they're going to ask him to do. It's a different coach, different requirements, all of those things. Where he likes Tibbs, he likes the systems, he likes the players. They get along. It's ready to go. You got the hard part done, which is building those relationships and willing to work.
And he started getting more comfortable in his role with the Knicks as you saw him starting to take different type of shots. He damn near made that little floater thing his thing within
No,
the
it
system.
is his thing.
A center having a
Yeah,
floater is hilarious.
Yeah,
But
but
it was effective, though. It was
It's
effective.
It
hilarious.
was.
Every time he did it, I laughed because it's just so awkward to see somebody 6'11" doing a floater like Dwight Howard's about to block a 5'10" guy.
but that speaks to the comfortability he had
Yep.
on the team. Like he'd have to find that again if he goes somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And he might try that, and the coach of the OKC might stop the practice and say, "What the hell are you doing?" I don't know.
Well, it's Randall, it's him, and it's OG.
OG's the one.
We got to try it.
OG's the one that's gone to me.
Which
This
sucks.
is how we got down this road before. This is how
I just don't see OG
No, because
leaving because
you wanted me to give you Bridges. We're not doing that again.
well, we're not getting into that, but OG, we don't make that trade just to let him go. Like even if we have to pay, even if we have to pay more than what we'd want to, I think we'll do it just to keep him on the Knicks. Like we value him a lot. Like our winning percentage is absurd with him on the floor. Like
Yeah, but the thing about about OG, I think it's safe to say that he's injury prone now.
I think you guys made that trade with the
yeah,
idea
but Randall's
that
injury prone too.
he would opt in for 19 mil, with the idea of being okay that if he opts out, then we have a good amount of money to go throw at somebody else. So you freed up the RJ Barrett contract and Emmanuel Quickley's potential free agency to get a guy who could free up cap space immediately if he left.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
the
OG
idea
is
is
the best case scenario, worst case. Yeah, done finish.
yeah. So it's like probably exactly what you're about to say. Best case scenario is OG resigns and he's good. Worst case scenario is he leaves, but we got a good amount of cap space back to add more players
or trade for
Yeah.
someone.
Or that's what I was gonna say next. Like trade him because his stock is pretty high. But the only thing is that people are gonna question his health because I think that he is injury prone.
Yeah, but
You never
Randall's
see
been pretty injury prone too. He hasn't been that much healthier though.
Yeah, you say Randall, but like Randall, he tried to come back because he had this surgery and stuff like that. He was trying to do that, but OG, it was like one nagging injury after another. It was like, oh,
So I know he had the shoulder during the
the
season.
shoulder, oh, the this, oh, the this, oh, the forearm, the elbow. It was back to back nagging injuries, man, nonstop. And it was to the point where it was like, all right, we actually we need you, but right now we're playing well. Stay out as long as possible to try to heal really quick and get back. And then he got back and injured again.
So if you only had to pick if you can only keep two of the three, who goes for you?
Arkansas.
Mm.
Give me OG and Julius, and I'll bank on the Knicks trying to develop Jericho Sims the way that they developed Mitchell Robinson.
He's a fucking retard, bro. He's not gonna
But I'm not. Give me Julius and
give me OG and Hart. I'll take OG and Hartenstein. Randall can go for me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
OG's just such a versatile player.
Like I don't want to disrespect Hart because he's much more than this, but I can go get an athletic big. I can go find one of those.
There's not many.
There's not many, Mike.
I can go find one of those before I can go find another Julius Randle and OG.
Name his replacement.
Jericho Sims, I just told you.
Come on, man. Come on.
So name me who's replacing OG.
No. Give me an actual.
Like you don't like the answer, but the answer is Jericho Sims. Like that's the answer. That's the answer. So again, name me who's replacing OG then.
RJ Barrett, if you're gonna give me that response.
RJ Barrett, like you're just talking now. Like,
Say Nick Batum.
Like, what the I'm
like
sorry.
you don't like the answer, but Jericho Sims is under contract and on the team. He would be the next one that would move up, or they would have to go get a big.
Yeah, I'm talking about going to get one. Fuck,
But I'm saying they don't need to go get one.
He needs to go
because
to the
Jericho Sims is there. That's who they would go play.
He needs to go to the G League, bro.
Or maybe they'll draft someone. James, again, they can go get an athletic big a lot easier than they can get someone to replace OG. Oh, I don't know, and Julius Randle.
Sean Holmes.
I don't know.
So again, tell me who's replacing OG, and then you can keep her.
I mean, give me All-Star Zach LaVine.
Is he available?
Very available.
He is.
He
That
was
might
there
be
was
He actually
trying
is.
to trade for him
Well,
all last season,
2 seasons, yeah.
and then he got hurt, or that he was hurt, and everyone was scared to trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna collect my bread."
Yeah, all those LA Laker off-season meetups,
Mm-hmm.
all those LeBron James handshakes, and then nothing.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is also a free agent.
Anthony,
They're not one of them on the Knicks.
LeBron James.
Hey, you talk to Roz. Roz thinks we're a great fit.
LeBron James is not a free agent. LeBron James is going to.
LeBron would be a
sign with
great fit if it wasn't for the fact that he makes $1 billion.
Like LeBron is going to re-sign with the Lakers. Like tomorrow, he's probably going to announce that he's re-signing
I
with the
don't
Lakers.
know. I have this theory that Mark Cuban's still got some pull in there, and that they're going to be drafting Bronny ASAP. Try to use that as a lure, like a kidnapping. Like leave a ransom note. We have your son. Made out of newspaper clippings.
Listen, LeBron on Dallas is interesting, but him and Luka cannot play on the same team.
You know.
I think that'd be hilarious.
You can't have both of them crying like that for the ball and crying over calls and shit like that.
Their play styles don't fit. Like Luka and LeBron can't play on the same team. Oh my goodness! Look who has made it out of the scrum of the Boston streets.
Mm.
I don't even know if this is. Well, I mean, actually, it is readable. It's inherent. That game ended
Celtic pride.
2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. He's just now getting home.
To be fair, it is the TD garden. That area is horrible.
Probably insane.
Yeah,
I was looking at ESPN. It is
Has
crazy
anybody
down there.
located Blackheart?
This is Blackheart.
Here.
He's in
Okay.
Here's Blackheart right now.
Liddy.
That area is terrible.
And I've been down there. It is not in it. It is a confined space over there by TD Garden.
Yeah.
It's like in the underpass.
No, it's just like in its own little area of like downtown Boston. Like it's like imagine
It's like a hotel.
basically like where Madison Square Garden is. Like just imagine thousands of people in that area where Madison Square. Like if the Knicks win a championship, I don't. Good luck. Good luck navigating Manhattan. Good luck.
Look at this loser shit. Grant Williams is in the locker room celebrating with the Celtics. Get the fuck out of here.
No way.
Yeah,
no
yep.
way. That dude is a loser. You are right. That's not.
What the hell is he doing?
A Time Lord.
Time Lord is there too. Oh yeah, these guys.
Losers.
Go home, Roger.
Losers.
Time Lord. Being
Anybody that was on that team that got traded that qualified for a ring?
Nope.
No. Everybody was traded before the season. Actually, no, I think they traded like second rounders for Xavier Tillman. So yeah,
Who?
no, for Xavier Tillman, they got him from the Grizzlies in mid-season.
The 35-year-old, 24-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we will be joined by our Celtics correspondent in a moment.
Well,
I'm gonna have to turn my headphones down.
I was about to say I have to call it soon. I got work in the morning.
Yeah, he gonna need to hurry up.
So do I. We would have been done if Dylan wasn't insane. Insane. But it's fine.
Don't fucking start.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't fucking start. The rabbit holes you allow yourself to walk down.
Somebody eating?
Come on, Breezy. Come on. You know it's you. Don't just like we can all see each other here. You know,
my man grubbing.
I feel like James was definitely that meme of that kid that looks into the camera, the black kid.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, you sound like you chomping down on something. Pause. But whatever you made must be good.
Meat sticks.
I feel like that wasn't whatever.
You had to be there.
Dylan,
You was there.
Okay. Dylan, do you want to take a victory lap for getting the Celtics winning in the preseason, right? I understand Jaylen Brown getting it, but you might have been robbed on the MVP.
I'm not gonna die on that hill. That's loser shit. We don't do that over here.
It's Grant Williams shit. That's what that is.
That's Grant Williams shit. I'm about to replace loser shit with Grant Williams shit because that's just corny. That's just corny. If I just start sending gifts of Grant Williams, then you know I think that shit's terrible.
That might be a thing. I think we should just start that because
it's Grant Williams shit. You fucking cornball. You don't play there anymore. Get out of there. Fucking
take your lap, Dylan. You deserve it, man.
I do deserve it.
I just find it weird that I don't hear anything from Michael saying I called this too to deflect.
Nah, you want to know why this is happening? Because when we were making the predictions, I made everything stop. I said, "Hey, Mike, do me a favor and go and look at those preseason predictions."
Dylan knew exactly what he was
I knew exactly what I was doing.
Did he say you didn't say it again for the rest of the season?
I can't speak to that. I can't remember if he did or he didn't. I want to say he did because that's some hater shit and that might be doing. But he has the proof. I got the MVP right. I got the champion right. I was this close to the finals MVP.
I was just wondering. That's all.
But nope. Once I pointed out before I made my pick, I was like, Mike, go ahead and tell me who I had. He was like, you had the Celtics. And my original pick was Jaylen Brown to win Finals MVP.
It was.
But I changed it for the sake of consistency. It's probably about to be the loudest. Oh, he's home. Oh, my God.
He's home. He's. I know he don't got the official gear. Look at this shit.
He was there.
Yeah. And I was working, son. And I was working, son. So I was getting the best seat in the house. I just made it back upstairs, bro. It's fucking crazy outside. Niggas is getting arrested every fucking where. Niggas is just doing dumb shit. down there at the fucking car. I'm like, yo, listen, man, I gotta get my ass home, bro. I gotta get my ass up again in another few hours. So
You're not a real fan. You're supposed to be back at it.
Join the club, man. Join the club.
Shit. Nigga, like, listen, man. But at the parade, if I'm hearing this correct, if the parade's on Friday, I'm super lit for that. All fucking day. Drunk
Parade on Friday.
Fuck. It's gonna be litty up there.
Parade on Friday's crazy. Parade on Friday.
And that's my day off too, so I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Don't gotta go to work that day. Oh man, but yo, Spanner 18 is now gonna be lifted to the Raptors this October. For the first time in 16 years. I was 18 years old when the Celtics had won their last championship after graduating high school. Now I get to see this as a full grown-ass adult man at the age of 34. And finally get to see these boys doing it. I know some people may criticize the route that they took and shit like that. I understand that. No, Dylan. They have a point.
I know.
Because of the injuries, and if New York was playing us in the Eastern Conference Finals,
you gotta do that for everybody. So I'm not gonna start now.
Yeah, but I'm seeing this
as a
Bostonian, and I've been hearing all y'all talk for months, and I didn't say nothing. I just say no. Let's wait to when the end of the road happens, and then we'll come back to Green and talk about this. So here I am, and I got this for free, and I got my little hat and my T-shirt for free. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling, nigga. I'm chilling. I gotta spend shit.
Nah, but
shit. All my shit comes to me, baby.
But congrats on y'all championship for real though. Y'all wouldn't be the healthy Knicks team, but congrats on y'all championship though. Most definitely.
We had a bunch of shit that came in like these guys.
Backhanded compliment.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. What yo, like my man Ross, Marshall Man Ray Savage has said the best back in the day. Whatever it takes.
Don't get Dylan started. Please don't get Dylan started.
Yo, come on, yo. Whatever it takes. We have the cream of the crop roll yesterday. We're been at 18 over the Raptors now. Yeah. Some of y'all were saying we should have been splitting our way to Jays. And then you see what happened with all the trades. You see what happened with those trades. Now Porzingis is going to be going through his leg surgery right after this is over. So he's out for a few months, but he'll be ready before the next season even starts. So at least he did his due diligence. He came in, he played, he became an X factor. Hey, that's the best that we can ask you for. That's it. So kudos to every single Celtic. And crazy ass something getting drunk off their ass trying to get some booty, but that wasn't me today. As you see,
another shirt. How many shirts do you have?
Listen, there was giving away tons of shit today. Tons of shit, bro. I could have walked away half the store, but I said, nah, I gotta come back later.
Shirt.
And then my little you know what I'm saying? And then my little Patriots colors. My little Patriots little colors too, you know what I'm saying? Woo-woo.
Nasty work.
He's having this great summer, just have a terrible fall.
Oh man. So I mean, I didn't really get to watch the whole entire game, but I seen bits and pieces. I seen JT shooting threes. I was like, God, no, please don't.
I'm sure you heard it though.
JB, yo, every time when they score, bro, they will stomping their feet, and we're only on the first floor, so we hear all that shit. We're like, damn, dude, like something definitely had to happen upstairs for sure. And then we seen it on the television screen. We're like, oh, that's what happened. so we was already aware of what the hell was going on, but oh shit, nah. People were trying to come into the store just to watch the game because they couldn't watch it outside or upstairs. So we had to kick the motherfuckers out. We had to turn on our fucking TV for like a good 10 minutes just to get these motherfuckers out of here. I'm like, yo, you fucking up my flow, man. Like, get out of here.
Degenerate Boston people.
Well, that's half the ladies out here. But I ain't trying to be racial. I ain't trying to be racial on this program, y'all.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely after dark now. We are crossed.
So, I ain't saying nothing.
Between James calling Jericho Sims retarded, Blackheart, the Whitey.
This is
well,
after
listen,
dark.
there's not them out there that's getting arrested right now, and I haven't seen no black people getting arrested when I was coming home. So
That's
I don't know what the fuck was going on, but we see more crazy ass white people out there climbing up these poles, trying to take off these little banner flags and shit. I'm like, bro. And then I said to a cop, I was like, yo, if that was a black dude up there, y'all would shot his ass. And I said that out loud too. And then he finally did his job. It got him off the pole. I was like, shaking my head. Oh yeah. Oh, and a keychain too. I forgot about that.
And a keychain.
Nah, cause you see, I've been collecting all these joints, bro. I've been collecting all these joints, all my pins. You see all that?
All those injured teams.
Kind of dope. Kind of dope.
That is dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Blackheart.
Yes, sir.
You think who you thought was MVP in this other finals?
JB, no questions asked. JB, no fucking questions asked. He earned his keep. He put in his part for 4 games.
Definitely
No. He put in his part for 3 games. Now I can understand JT had the shining moment tonight, but if the light skinned nation would have gotten that, I would throw a hissy fit. Like, nah, nigga, fuck all that. JB deserves that one. JB deserved that one. Period. So JB was because I said to people, if he wins, the MVP for the Eastern Conference, he's definitely winning this joint. He's definitely winning this to try to prove a goddamn point. Forget about the JT scenario. He wants to prove that he can be the leader of this squad if JT fails. And hey, shit, he proved it. So we gotta give the cap on the JB instead.
I
agree.
The dark skinned niggas is winning. Yes, Enoch, the dark skinned niggas is winning. We winning out here, son. It's our summer. It's our summer. They not like us summer. I was hearing people bumping that song when I was leaving. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no.
That's a fact. I mean, he got the highest contract on the team. He's what is it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give him his props. You never gotta give him his props.
Yeah, JB's been winning this year.
Yeah, finally MVP, highest contract.
Yeah,
$300 million contract, like.
And he
now you're going to see JT either get the similar contract or maybe a little bit less, all because of that finals move right there. JT might get the second highest now because of that. If he was the MVP of this series, when his contract renewal when it came up this summer, he would have got the biggest one.
No, JT's going to get more.
He probably still
he's
anyway.
You think so?
Yeah, he's eligible for more.
Wait, why? Why? Because he's like
he's eligible for
why? Because he's like
he's eligible for like $330 million.
All in.
Well, something around that.
All in.
No. He made all
NBA.
Dylan knows why I'm saying that. He knows why I'm saying it because the light skin nation is taking the fuck over everywhere. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. And I hope and pray that you're not saying that just because of that. I'm like, no. But we do got to give Derek White his flowers too, and we definitely got to offer him that contract extension too, and offer him to stay. So,
yep. Speaking facts, brother. Speaking facts.
Pro show.
Yeah, it's a 5-year, 315. My bad.
Okay, so which means JT
it's a little higher than JB.
Yeah. So JT might get like $5 million more, 320. Maybe for like 5-6 years.
No. JT's getting 315. Jaylen Brown's got like 304.
Depending on what they're going to try to do with that and spread the money around to keep everyone else intact. But they'll figure it out. Some people might have to go. The new CBA may come into play. So there's going to be a lot of people that we can't keep off the bench and stuff. So that can change a lot of things this summer too, you know?
Well, here's the thing. Did JB get a? Because I hear 300, but I see 286 a lot pop up.
Because I'm thinking after taxes too, the state tax and all of this shit. Because these players, they don't get the whole amount that they signed up for.
No, but I'm talking about like the whole deal. No, I'm talking about his whole deal. I see some reports. They say 5 years, 286 million.
And probably with incentives, it probably could go up to 306 million.
Oh, okay.
Depending on if you make like the all offensive team or the all NBA, something like that, they get pay raises for those. Like Drew Holiday.
Yeah, that's right.
You're saying he got $350K just for making it to the finals. That was part of his incentive.
All right, fellas, I'm cutting it short.
I was just about to say the same
thing.
Before you go, Dylan,
Damn.
Blackheart. Who's a better player, Julius Randle or Mikal Bridges?
I'm not doing this. Goodbye.
Wait, Dylan, come back. I was actually going to give you my answer. Wait, hold on. So it was a Julius Randle or who?
Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Do I really got to pick between these two?
Please
do.
do.
Wait, do I really got to pick? Mikal Bridges. Because he's not injury prone like Julius Randle is. Julius Randle, I can't depend on him to stay healthy for a whole season. He can't stay healthy.
That's your reason why?
Mikal Bridges, if you put it in a good team that has no star scenario, he can shine that way.
Let me take injuries out of it. Just player for player.
Still Mikal.
He has one, ladies and gentlemen. He's 4 away. He's 4 away. He's 4 away.
Damn, no. I was kind of surprised seeing Julius Randle there on the fucking round table talking about, yo, get this bum out of here. Yo, I screamed that at my TV screen. I was like, I know Mike's somewhere. I know Mike's somewhere saying himself, why the hell is he even there?
No, I'm happy that he was there. I'm happy that y'all won tonight, so he can.
Hey, yo, and tell Joel Embiid's bitch ass. Wait, and tell Joel Embiid's bitch ass. Tell Joel Embiid's bitch ass we hate his ass too. Tell that motherfucker.
Yeah, what the hell was he doing up there talking stupid as hell?
He was talking mad shit game 4. I'm like, yo,
just talking hella shit.
I'm like, yo, MB, no wonder why that you're never gonna win a ring over there in Philly. Like, you need to leave too. Fuck out of here.
Dog hasn't got past the second round, man. Just talks too damn much.
Like, yo, man, like, stop complaining. Stay healthy enough that you can get past the whole damn season and deeper into the goddamn fight. Into the tournament. And maybe you can talk your shit, but until then, nah, he can't say nothing to fuck with that. especially when he's being outplayed by his younger component, Tyrese Maxey. That's about to get another big deal.
Maxey's gonna
off the Philly. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to get a big
Maxey's gonna get that bag.
Maxey's gonna get a bag.
He's gonna get paid.
But he gotta get his get back.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Next, we'll see y'all next season. Hopefully,
yeah, we'll see.
We will see y'all next season.
We might see y'all opening night. They might put us on opening night.
Okay.
They might put us opening night or Philly. If I had to guess, I would say Philly. But we will join you guys another time. Thank you for joining us for Post Game Live. Yes, this is the Celtics logo, the stupid leprechaun.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us.